That's cool as heck.
Hi, everybody. We're back for our first episode.
That's cool as heck.
Hi, everybody. We're back for our first episode. Yeah. I think someone's bouncing.
Back for the first.
Hi, everybody. We're back for our first episode.
Yeah, someone might want to check to see if they have their...
Someone
might want to check to...
Okay, hopefully we're working now.
I think we got it.
I think we...
It wasn't me.
Nope.
Okay.
Hopefully we're working. Okay. Anybody?
Check.
Bouncing still. Come on.
Is it your computer? Have you got your Twitch muted?
Check.
Holy. Come on.
Is it your computer? Have you got your Twitch muted?
Check.
Hopefully we're right. Things are really weird. Hopefully, fingers crossed. What a great way to start with technical issues.
It's not technical issues. It's the voices reaching out from the void to remind us about how how short our characters' lives are going to be.
The space that reaches out from us is dark and echoey and vast, and so too is the sound.
Either that or the doppelgangers are coming right off the bat.
Well, that too.
You know?
So that was scary.
I was going to say, okay, everyone rolls any check.
Oh God, when the keeper says that, I have to wonder if that was a joke or not.
Today, at the moment, it's a joke because we've never had that happen before.
But in 5 minutes, maybe.
When the keeper says that, I have to wonder if that was a joke or not.
At the moment, it's a joke because
We still got a bounce.
Okay, I think it might be Snoozy.
Oh, Snoozy, if you've got Twitch open, could you mute it, please?
Yes.
Okay, I think it might be Snoozy.
Oh, Snoozy, if you've got Twitch open, could...
Oh.
There we go.
So,
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
I have muted.
and I can explain why this is an issue. We told everyone to watch the intro movie, which we don't usually say, and that's kind of what happened. And yeah, I think mine was also bouncing too, because I was
It was double bounce.
I didn't have headphones in, so I think mine was also bouncing too.
I think we were all a little.
And this is going to be our most watched episode, because the first episode is always the most watched, and the start is always the most watched, and then they will stop. So hopefully people get past this, and we'll move on.
Yes.
Hi, everybody.
Look, Marilyn Monroe quote: "If you can't handle us on our audio bounce, you don't deserve us at our sanity level."
So true. Just as Marilyn Monroe said. What an
Just
icon.
like she said. Yeah, she also said live, laugh, love.
Mm-hmm. She said also buy everything that sparks joy. And I think that was also another direct quote.
Yeah, she definitely said that.
Either way, hi. This is our first episode of Master Nyarlathotep. We have the amazing Syrinscape audio in the background. The introduction movie was done by MrLiveProducer. The audio, though, was actually made and sung by Lorian Ross. You can check out Lorian Ross on SoundCloud with Lorian Ross. Actually, no, it's just SoundCloud Lorian Ross. He's also in other places as well, and he also does other shows with us here. So, yeah, amazing. So, yay! This has been such a big thing in the making. It's over 12 months getting bits and pieces in, but we have an amazing cast. Everyone's in costume. We've got a few green screens happening. Just so happened that the top level is green screen, not the bottom. Just happened that way. Either way. I don't know what to do. Yeah. MLP, do you want to do the whole...
No.
No? Okay. So, okay, let's...
I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yes, you are.
The maps we're using today is the love maps as well. Don't forget about those ones.
True, yes. So LoveMaps donated their map collection, their amazing map collection.
Beautiful maps.
MLP made 2 versions of this game, one with the original maps from the Call of Cthulhu, from Chaosism, and then we've also got this amazing version with the love maps, which work a bit more with the Roll20 and like the tokens and whatnot. Thank you for the host, Rosie. We've got that. Donations, if you donate $1 per 100 bits, it gives that person you donate sanity. If you've never played Call of Cthulhu before, sanity is a thing, and losing it is going to be a constant threat. So having sanity is really important.
Much like life.
Oh wait, so I've just said that all wrong. It doesn't give sanity, it gives luck. So that gives luck, not sanity. We have a separate system for subscriptions and gift subscriptions as well, but like luck is important. That's the important thing, because in Call of Cthulhu, the person with the lowest luck is the random victim in a random circumstance. And sometimes a call is made by, like, if something you might need on hand is not on hand, you ask for a luck roll, and if you have low luck, we might not have access to something like a machine gun. Hopefully. Dynamite, maybe. Tanks.
What?
That'd be a very, very high luck roll. They'll have to be like a 1.
The extreme success.
Yes.
Oh, you find a tank.
With no
High enough luck that would be sick.
With no shells and
That'd be it. You have to drive to MrLiveProducer's house and give him a crisp $20 bill.
Right? Be like, I got one of these for you, buddy. This is for you. Don't do me wrong.
That's
The email's on its way. Come on.
That's I think all the paperwork side of things. The disclaimer as well for the movie. Yes, we do understand that H.P. Lovecraft, he was not a nice person. We're here for the writing for the world, not for the person and his personal beliefs. Because, well, yeah, that's not. We're all playing in 1920s. Hence some of the outfits that we've got on. We understand that that's a racist and sexist and really bad period as well. We're probably not going to reflect any of that. We're just going to do our own more modern version of that. Well, without the racism, all that, hopefully. I think is what I'm trying to say. We have the X card for all of our games. If anyone is ever uncomfortable for our game or in a scene, all you just have to say is X card, please. You need to have all you have to do is that, and we'll just move on. That's it, done. We also have what's the other one we have for this game specifically? The
Lines and veils. And the consent.
The consent form, yes. So we've also got a more in-depth of what people's views on things are and what their tolerances are. So I think that's about all the paperwork, and then we'll go to introductions. And I don't think we're doing introductions for the full character. Is that right? No?
You can give a name.
A name. Well, the names are on the overlay, so that's a good start.
Exactly.
So, Molgars, you can start.
Hey, my name is Molly, or Molgars, and I have been streaming with Goblin Cave TV for a little while now, and I will be playing Tatiana Petrovna. She is a ballerina, and that is, I think, all you need to know at this exact moment, unless there is something I am forgetting, GM.
No, that's about it. All right,
Phoenix.
Hi, I'm Phoenix. I pretty much play here, and I'm playing Alejandro Garcia tonight. and the head wrap will get lost somewhere along the way because it's too hot.
Fair enough.
Eon.
Hello there, I'm Eon, and yeah, you see me here for a few of these games, but I'm going to be playing today Sidney Tyson. I'm going to be having quite a bit of fun as you get to know her.
Hi, my name's Karsh the Goblin. Apparently, I don't do role playing on this channel, which was mentioned in the pre-show.
Woo!
Oh, shots fired.
Yeah, I'm going to do the shots fired.
Shots fired.
I'm playing.
I
I'm
believe that
playing,
is not what Tatiana said.
I'm playing Jack Hunt because names are fun and payback's a beat. And I'm. Yeah, it is. And I'm going to be using as much slang as possible. Australian slang at that.
Oh, God.
Caitlin.
Oh, hello, dears. It is me, Kat, back at it once again. I am coming to you today as Aveline Baker. So be ready for that.
Nursey.
Oh, Nursey.
Snoozy.
Oh, I'm Snoozy, and I'm playing Rosa, the Magnificent Mentirosa, the magnificent medium and supernatural person. And if you speak Spanish, then you'll already get the pun about Mentirosa. And she is someone who possibly has some Spanish heritage, or maybe not, doesn't matter. The point is, she's pretending, and it's the 1920s, so she's using her exotic background to steal money from rich old wasp ladies in New England.
Okay.
Okay. So I just had to Google that.
Same.
Oh yeah, I assume everyone was.
Hey, quick Google.
If you know Spanish,
habla
I
español.
do not.
It sounds good as the Magnificent Mentirosa, and then my name's Rosa, but you look it up. Okay.
Yeah.
Tatiana
I was proud of it.
Tatiana voy a hablar español por 11 años. Sí. That's not canon. That's not canon.
And this is what I got to work with, people.
I know, right? Quick, I'll go French next.
Feel very lucky.
And our magnificent keeper, who has spent a year putting this into Roll20.
Yes.
Over a year.
It's been a mission.
And our amazing overlay.
And your amazing video, and your amazing photographics.
So true. It's the amazing everything. The amazing life, Mr. Producer.
Yes.
I can't actually say magnificent MLP at the moment because we've got magnificent Mentirosa.
That's why it's too many.
Oh yeah.
The astounding.
Yep, I am MrLiveProducer.
Bodacious.
I am your keeper for tonight, and yeah, this, as Karsh said, this has been a mission to get into Roll20, but I am looking forward to running this and with this cast, it's going to be awesome and a bane of my existence for the next couple of years. I'm looking forward to every moment of it. Because this is a very large campaign. No, hopefully with the same characters. We are doing a couple of house rules. Because of the lethality of this campaign, we have doubled the initial starting hit points for all the characters. And we are running a few other house rules, and we'll come to those when we need to. So, if anyone has any other questions, we'll begin.
Can I get more hit points?
No.
Can I get more luck?
Can I
Get more luck, please.
Well, if someone does a donation, you can get some more luck.
Can I get a donation?
I'm sitting at a hot 35. So.
Wow.
Yeah, no. Some of these luck rolls have been horrible.
Starting the begging early, you know how it is. Oh no!
And so it begins.
Don't give in to them. No.
You know what's great about begging? It freaking works.
Zero
Cat,
Croc,
but
you're
not for
a
you.
champ. I want to let you know,
That
I think I have the most luck out of all of them, and this is why you're my MVP.
Thank you, Neurocroc.
I
Thank you, Neurocroc. Is appreciated.
So, Cat, that
I
was
just
for
want
you.
everyone to know I ain't too proud to beg.
I'll never. I'll just put 6
Oh.
I'll do
my pile. Don't mind me. Neurocroc knows I'm a blow him. Me and Polly have the same mode of operandi when it comes to hero points and luck.
Look,
Be
Look,
careful.
it's a donatable
Polly's had her resources cut. Yeah.
Is she okay?
Yeah. She just too addicted. Anyway, let's go back
She
to
just
this.
flew through too many.
There was
of
an
them.
intervention.
Yes.
Sit her down, cut her off.
That's fair.
Anyway,
All
back to
right.
this. So,
All right, so let us begin the story of Eldritch Horror and other stuff. Other stuff, yes, I love that. You are standing in a dimly lit corridor of a hotel. Ahead of you is a hotel room door bearing the number 410. As you knock on the door, you hear a muffled cry and movement within. A sense of foreboding grips all of you as you look at the faces of your companions. Something terrible lies within. With but a moment of hesitation, you rush through the door into room 410 to find lies within and your destiny. The scene fades to black. 5 years previous.
What?
Yes, I know. I'm an evil bastard.
Sorry. I have a very squeaky voice when I'm upset.
So don't worry, your voice is squeaky all the time, Snoozy.
You have
Sorry.
all been invited, fandangled, or conned your way into a exhibition run by an Augustus Larkin to Peru to find a forgotten or lost pyramid. You would have all, in your own way, got involved in the process, in the expedition, and you all received a telegraph saying, "Thank you for joining the expedition. Stop. Please join me in Lima. Stop. Have booked your room at the Hotel Mori. Stop. Meet the 18th of March at 7 p.m. at the bar Corando. Cordano? De Lima. Stop." We begin our scene outside the bar Corando as two people, you will swear they were bickering to each other and they were married, walk into the scene.
I told you, I didn't want to come here. Why did we even come here? Like,
Well,
what is offered here?
You've been jobless for so long. You clearly need something different that gets you less injured all the time. And we're in one of your favorite establishments anyway. I mean, look, it's a bar.
Yeah, okay. At least we're not in this. What the hell are they doing in America? They're stopping even selling alcohol in bars. Look, I have a job. Just the docks is a little bit rough back in London. Things fall down, get black eyes, bloody knuckles.
The last time I treated one of your bruises, it was in the shape of a fist. I don't think that maybe you've been falling down on the right things, dear.
Oh no, just an accident at work, really. Nothing happened at all. But why are we here? I mean, seriously, London's much colder than this. Horrible.
I'm sweating in places that I dare not mention in public at the moment, for propriety would be ruined. But, I mean, it's an interesting venture. They were looking for someone to tend to their medical needs as well, and they said a need of muscle. So, I mean, I've known you for so long, Jack. It might be something you could help with, and maybe even get employed in a more steady fashion.
No, see, I mean, you're a Sheba, but you shouldn't talk about sweat like that. It's not a good look. It's not what the men folk want to hear.
Well, I mean, bodily fluids are nothing to a nurse. I've just been arms deep in shit and piss. It's nothing new, but enough talk of this. We're supposed to be meeting them at 7, so Let's maybe scout out some seats.
Well, you get the seats. I get the drinks. Wine or spirits?
Oh, water?
Wine and spirits and water for you. Okay.
Oh, all of it. Yeah, sure.
No, that's for me and the water for you.
Oh, perfect. Okay, good. Yes. I'll just try not to have too many spirits. Stick more to the wine, and I'll go walk in. Red would do great for your blood pressure. And I'll just go sit down.
I heard cigarettes were good for you as well, but I don't believe that nonsense.
As we hear all the... Again, you swear they're a married couple. As I just walk in. Well, who wants to be next?
You could see kind of a figure sort of already at the bar, drinking like a fish. Russian though she is. Kind of hogging the spirits to herself. I imagine this man might have to kind of wrestle them away from her if he wants any of them. She's in a leather bomber jacket, but under that you see kind of like a slight figure, just ripped like a kangaroo, and she's just down in beverage after beverage, and she calls to whoever the bartender is, and she's like, "I'll have another one."
Vodka or the house special?
Vodka.
Doesn't hurt to ask. The barkeep passes you another... About to pour you a glass of vodka, then looks at you and just leaves the bottle there.
Good man. And I think, does she notice the two people coming in and bickering?
They're not making any way to
would.
hide, so you would assume that you'll hear them coming in.
You just hear a shout about blood pressure.
I'm
She
in
goes-
the bar too, drinking heavily. So if the bottle is left with you, I might be like, hey, can you make that a double?
She kind of, I think Tatiana looks you up and down and she goes, "You take it straight?"
I take it. Straight, I don't know about.
Tatiana just passed, so she slides the bottle down to you and moves a couple seats closer.
All right. All right.
She spits into her hand, extends it out to you, and she goes, "Привет, I'm Tatiana. How nice for you to meet me."
Привет. Me gusta mucho. Me llamo Rosa.
Rosa. It's a pretty name. How did you come by it? Is it yours?
It is now.
Good enough for me. Enjoy the vodka. We will share.
Thank you.
And she shakes your hand.
Anyone inside the bar at the moment will hear slightly louder voices coming from a table in the back. Just not arguing, just expressing displeasure at some people.
All right. I think that might be a fun time for Sidney to kind of walk in. Just those few minutes late. She's got her red coat kind of over her shoulder because it's very warm, but she's good for it. She's okay with that. And she's kind of flipping through and making a few quick notes as she walks into the room, looks over and sees Rosa talking with another woman at the bar and with alcohol, and basically goes, "Nope, not my problem right now." And then goes and finds a chair, puts her back up against the wall, and just kind of lasts around for one quick moment, and then goes, "Right, that's good. Perfect timing."
Flawless. Flawless.
And Phoenix, would your character be right now?
Phoenix with Alejandro as he approaches the door to the bar. The lights flicker all of a sudden. A big shadow falls on the door. The lights come back on, and it's this short little guy covered up, wearing a hood around his head, dressed in camouflage, and just walks in and looks around, looking for Larkin at the moment.
Yes, because your character, because Alejandro is a local guide, you would actually recognize Larkin and everyone else at the table. So, a character from the table stands up and gestures to everybody. Ah, I see you're all here. So come close. We don't bite.
Alcohol, like
We can get that delivered to the table. I'm sorry.
they
Come
deliver.
closer.
Okay.
Yes. Reaches up, snaps his fingers and all, and
Wine,
the bartender.
spirits.
The bartender comes closer to you. And now we're at this point, you can actually see Augustus Larkin.
Ooh.
Yeah. This is how insane this game is. There is so many handouts. So many handouts.
Okay.
So you see, this person here is gesturing you to come close, come to the table where you would see...
It's kind of giving me a Wentworth Miller vibe.
Yep. And you have another person at the table, actually. Where is the table? There we go. And this is what you're introduced to at the table. So Larkin brings you close, and you can see him talking to two other people. So,
Gentlemen.
yes, a Jacob Hunt, is it? Or a Jack Hunt? What would you prefer?
Jack, my name.
Okay, Jack, your name. How was your trip?
Long, boring.
Fair
That's
enough.
about it.
And you must be Aveline Baker, is that correct?
It is very nice for you to have us right now.
Yes. He reaches out his hand to give handshakes as he introduces himself to everyone there. Alejandro.
Aveline would not take the handshake.
It's like, yes, we are in foreign parts. We have to make sure we keep sanitary.
Spanish flu's going about. You just need to...
Yeah. Make sure to wash up after you go to the toilet. Alejandro, love to see you here.
Mr. Larkin.
Yes. Sydney, you're all good? No troubles getting into the country at all?
Oh, absolutely not. Why on earth would there be? It's my first time here, after all. It's a lovely country to visit, and I'm quite looking forward to my time here. Come now, Mr. Larkin, you know that I've not bumped into any sort of trouble here whatsoever. That's why you invited me along.
Any trouble here? But yes, that is correct. And Miss Petrovna, how lovely to meet your acquaintance as always.
I thought the ad was for Paris. I'll admit I arrived here and I was a little bit confused.
Yes, the foreign papers did get the somewhat details wrong sometimes. We had one that's in Paris, one that was in America, and I think one said all the way in Australia for some strange odd reason. Not that I would know that.
Australia's full of criminals, is it not? Would have been my people, I think.
So true. So true.
I
Yeah.
don't disparage. Yeah, fair enough. Yes, I agree there. Oh, and I'd like to introduce you to my bodyguard for this area because you can't have too much protection. This is Luis de Mendoza. You see a curt man just gives a nod. And then to my other side, to here is Mr. Jesse Hughes. He is again from America, and he is going to be helping us with some of the more local issues we might have. So this strapping youngish man doesn't seem like he'd be what he is. He stands up. He's about average height and build, short hair, a grin, wearing a nice little tweed suit for the area. But you can tell it's actually impractical, but he's more of the opinion of a first looks count. And he has a pipe there, and he uses the pipe as a gesture.
So he's your fixer.
To a point. And so he offers you all to sit down around this big, large table. There's probably 1 or 2 more spaces left. You wait for about another 5 minutes to see if anyone else turns up. You can see his expression shake a little, but he says, well, a couple of the party members haven't arrived, but hopefully they'll arrive before we go. Otherwise, we'll make do with what we have here. Okay, so what I want to do is, as you've read in the paper, that we have an exhibition planned to a pyramid around about 3 to 4 days away from here, up in the highlands.
And all the pyramids up in Egypt, though?
Egypt,
I heard
yes.
that as well. Yeah.
They're more like ancient Mayan pyramids.
In Egypt?
There are pyramids pyramids in many different continents, dear. It's just the Egyptian ones were more famous after the British began pulling everything out of them.
I think you mean saving everything out of them.
Well, the ones they didn't hit with the hammer, I 100% agree. Call it professional jealousy.
I hear if you dry out a mummy, you can get a few bob for them for fuel.
Oh.
Seems grossly inefficient, but I can understand.
Well,
Anyway,
locomotives.
Our
take a bit
apologies,
of it.
Mr. Larkin.
So we are going to be going up. We're going to be seeing what cultural significance this pyramid has to the area, and we might all get rich from whatever we might find in here. Henceforth, some of the reasons why we've been very selective in who we have coming through the crew. I originally found out about this by a lost pyramid from an alpaca farmer. The farmer said his grandfather has found the site and taken some items. And as you look on the table now, there's a pendant and a golden cup on the table. But unfortunately, the locals think the area is cursed. And thank you, Neurocroc.
I don't think it works that way to like give sub to MrLiveProducer, but MrLiveProducer, you're now a member of the community. Welcome.
Yay! Actually, wasn't it gift sub to one person
We'll work
gives
it out.
luck to everybody?
We'll work it
I
out.
think that was the reason.
I'll find it.
Yeah, we'll find it. So if anyone wants to actually have, he's offering the cup and the pendant to anyone to have a look at. So if anyone
Just
wants to
That
look.
is very much Sydney's expertise. So she would,
Yes.
pull out a little like jeweler's eyeglass from inside of her coat and take a close look and try and get any bit of information she could out of either the cup or the pendant, whichever one's closer. Or she'll look at both of them, but
Yep.
she's not going to be greedy and say that she's the only one who could look at them right now.
I actually, meanwhile, while this is happening, I would like to roll kind of a psychology just on this story this guy is telling me.
Okay. Well, we'll do the psychology roll first, please.
That's a failure.
I was gonna say, would you like to spend some luck on that? But I don't think you have enough luck.
I sure wouldn't. And I will be right back.
Okay. What you see from Larkin is
No, like F your luck and F your day.
he legitimately believes this is what's going on and hopes that you'll believe him, but you have nothing going on apart from his word. Eon, did you want to have a look at the devices now? The things.
Yes.
We're on
What would you like
archaeology
me to
roll.
roll? Yeah. Archaeology? Absolutely. That is a significant failure. Oh dear.
Oof.
Looks Egyptian to me.
I got to say, I'm not a big pyramids person, but I would probably say Egyptian. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
As you look
This is
at
probably
the,
going to be a very bad. Sorry, I was going to
as
ask if
you
it's
look
possible for me to
at,
push them.
how would you push the roll?
Potentially by my first thought is that before she's like trying to do it almost casually and just with that, but she does have like a decent toolkit with her and some notes, like be more potentially risking damaging the items should she do it badly, but trying to get a
Like an
more
appraise?
in detail look at them.
Yeah, okay, we'll go with an appraise roll now because
Yeah.
you tried to do an archaeology, you tried to figure out the backstory of it, but
Sure.
the appraise roll is you're trying to work out the value of it.
Are you kidding me?
And
This is going to go
Auspicious
fantastic.
beginning.
and I'm just going to
There
try
So
is-
to.
just so you know, I do have 2 backup characters in mind, which is very necessary.
I'm
You-
going to try to sketch.
Yeah. You hear an audible growl come from De Mendoza. And he puts his hands on the artifacts and brings them back closer.
There is something else I would like to do.
But before
Okay.
But before he moves it, he holds it. And you see the pendant is the form of a man holding 2 rods or staves embellished with rectangular shapes. The other is a golden cup carved with geometric patterns and circles and inlaid with turquoise. So these are artifacts. And with those rolls, you would assume that they're from the pyramid from the time. And Jack Hunt. I need to accentuate my words there.
I know.
I hate you right now.
Jack Hunt.
Hunt.
Jack Hunt does a lovely little drawing skill, something you wouldn't expect from a man this brutish.
Also, by the way, now that the gift subscription, everyone has a choice between D6 luck, D6 sanity, or, because it's a gift sub, a tick box.
What is a tick box?
A tick box as in to level up a skill if we do survive to the level up stage.
Oh, absolutely.
But nothing.
A D6
But you can't build it.
luck.
But you can't build it on Mythos. So
Absolutely.
that was for the gift sub. So while that's happening, we'll go back to the scene. It's just a sketch of the items.
It's a good sketch. If you showed it to somebody else, they would know what it is from. So it's enough to identify what it is.
Who am I sitting next to?
Whoever you want.
Can I be sitting next to whoever the bodyguard seems to be?
Okay.
Does he appear to have...
Luis?
No, go ahead, sorry.
So go ahead.
Luis,
Yeah.
yes. Does he appear to have been drinking at all?
No. There's no plate in front of him. There's no drinking in front of him.
Luck. So I'm taking that for luck. Can I spot hidden to see if he has a sidearm in the pocket closest to me?
Yes, you can. You're all spot hidden. Just to investigate.
Just to investigate. Just because we couldn't. Oh, sorry, that was an actual luck roll. I meant to do that in edit mode. Okay, spot hidden just to see if I can see if there's like a bulge in his pants, like a sidearm. Sorry, that came out wrong.
Is that a sidearm, or are you happy to see me?
Is that a sidearm, or are you happy to
I'm
see
gonna
me?
do an investigation check to see if he's happy to see me.
Yeah.
That's a hard success.
Oh yeah, that's a hard success, all right.
Oink.
Oof. Surprisingly enough, you don't see a gun, but you see a very well cared for sword.
I can't use a sword, Mr. Live Producer. I'm
Everyone-
so small. I'm so small. With a hard success, do I see a gun anywhere on his person?
Roll me a luck roll.
I just got an additional 4 luck. Let's hope that pays off.
Extra luck.
No.
Ooh.
Nope.
The sword, if you look closely at the sword, you would assume it's Spanish make.
Okay. I still have no use for a sword. I would test my luck trying to steal a gun. I would not test my luck trying to steal a sword.
Okay.
It's only been how long and we're already trying to fill for the other people? I love it.
Tatiana's kind of a dirtbag.
I expected the actual gold things to not be put back onto the table.
Oh no, the gold.
Oh no. Tatiana wants a gun. She doesn't really care about the gold, but she does want to protect herself.
Only one gun?
Yep. So anyway, while this is going on, Larkin is going on again about how he found the pyramid. Now, as Alejandro and I know that there's no such thing as cursed places. It's all down to local superstition, and it doesn't have any basis in fact. It was actually pure chance that we met the farmer and says it's now all our good luck to be the first professional expedition to journey to this pyramid and bring its story and treasures to the outside world.
So
And
nobody else knows about it?
Oh, people know about it now because we advertised to get people here to actually join the expedition. And unfortunately, if you want to see the research, I have actually destroyed it so no one else could get to this place before we could actually get there first.
Mr. Larkin, do we expect many competing parties for this expedition?
I have heard rumors that other people are trying to put in expeditions, but they're still in England and America and they can't get here in time. So we are on a clock, so we will be leaving around the 21st of March is when our cars and trucks will arrive here to get us to Puno, which where we'll get new supplies, probably some other stuff that we may need for the trip. So, also, I will supply any supplies that you deem necessary. However, if you need to buy anything special, just get your receipts and I'll be happy to reimburse you. I want this expedition to go off without a hitch.
I heard the Americans had something called a punt gun. Always wanted to try one of those things.
I don't think that has...
You and your punt gun.
I don't think
Right, personal defense.
Have any in this, but you can have a look around the stores, see if anyone might have a punt gun.
You see Aveline start looking around, be like, does everyone here have their shots? Has everyone been immunized before we start this journey?
I do not have my shots. They confiscated my gun at customs.
I was thinking more health shots, maybe.
Yes, the health shots, the shots that remove the health from other people. Yes, they confiscated my gun at customs.
I was thinking more about like vaccinations. How about that?
Oh yes, I am healthy as horse.
Close enough. Okay. Anyone else that needs any?
I have had my vaccinations. Yes.
Okay, good. Anyone? And I start looking around. I just want if I'm to be in charge of our health, not necessarily safety on this trip, I would just like to make sure that we at least start out in tip-top condition before anything else occurs.
Well, I have been out of the country a few times, but I would like to double check with you after this. Make sure I'm all up to date. No sense dying of a mosquito bite or something when we're out there.
The yellow fever is quite contagious and is rampant in some of these areas, which is why just mild concerns.
Yellow fever? You said it was Spanish flu last time.
There are multiple ways one could die of various diseases from various vectors, and I aim to stop most of them. But
I am from here. This land is more likely to have trouble from you than the other way around.
Well, this dog keeps wanting us for a gun.
Look, I am just looking to protect myself from apparently this lady who is a threat to this land, apparently. So...
I mean, I have all of my immunizations in order, and I come in very well.
So you are very strong. Threat to this land.
I don't know about physically strong, but mentally I'm right on up there.
Look, I'm just saying there are plenty of people who have their vaccinations and are physically strong, cannot be easily manipulated with biological warfare, and so must be manipulated with bullets.
But yeah. Well, I'm glad to see that you've got our safety in mind. I will try to keep our health in mind instead.
I have no horse in this race.
Oh, if only we had a horse.
If only we had a horse.
I could ride it away from this bar in this awkward conversation.
At
This
this
is our
time,
Yeah.
Jesse Hughes speaks up and just says, have you actually talked to the professor over at the local museum? The Museo de Antiquity and Anthropology?
Frankly,
And,
I think the only conversation we've had is about vaccinations and biological warfare.
And guns.
Guns.
And guns. Yes, also guns. How could I forget? How silly of me.
Vaccinations and guns.
Vaccinations and guns. Shots of
American
multiple kinds.
dream. The American dream, if you
Shots.
will.
Shots.
Shots.
Where's my shots?
Shots. Okay, sorry.
Professor
Larkin and
Sanchez?
Demosa look at each other and sigh.
Are you talking about Professor Sanchez?
Yes, but yes, Professor Sanchez. He might know more about this pyramid. Then at this point, Larkin speaks up. Yes, I have tried to talk to him, but he seems very busy at the moment. But if you want to go and talk to him and see if he's got some information that might be useful, it'd be a good idea. However, any additional research you do mustn't delay part of the exhibition.
You said
We are-
doo-doo.
You
We
did
are
say
on
doo-doo.
a...
That is embarrassing for you.
yes. Oh, how it stings my sensibilities to use the word.
You slay me.
Do.
Yeah.
At the word slay, De Mendoza just raises his eyebrow. He will remember this.
I'm not surprised.
Oh, okay, Telltale Games. Thanks.
Yes.
And it's basically Sidney at this point is just kind of like sitting back and like has about 3 or 4 new lines in a notebook and is purposefully not looking at anyone except occasionally side glancing at Rosa like, really?
You just see Aveline's just staring deeply into her water glass, wishing it was something not water at this moment.
Is one of those lines that Jack and Tatiana should be kept on a leash? Because...
Sure, let's go with that. We'll pretend that's the case.
So, shall we go to the museum before or after we're zozzled?
Well, it is late-ish now. It's began like we were supposed to meet here about 6 p.m. So at this time, I'd say about 7:30, getting close to 8 p.m.
Oh, I was told 7.
international telegrams. Not that reliable, unfortunately. 7 and an 8, 6, 7, 8 can be so misconstrued. Either way, any other questions for me before I am feeling a little under the weather today.
Do you need medical assistance? Or is this a chronic condition?
No, it's just this weather doesn't agree with me.
Perhaps next time we go to Egypt for pyramids. Apparently it's a bit drier.
I have been to Egypt. It's a little bit drier, but the heat really does get to you after a while.
Is there accommodations that we should be looking
accommodation has been set.
Mm-hmm.
You have got, well, in the telegraph that we sent you earlier, you have accommodations upstairs. We're at the Hotel Mora at the moment. De Mendoza and I, unfortunately, there wasn't enough space in this hotel for us, so we are currently lodging at the Hotel Espana. I'm still not used to how to pronounce the writing piece. The Hotel Espana down the road. So meet us there at 8 a.m. on Monday, and that's when we're leaving. Kat, you did ask about medicine. If you want to roll a medicine,
I do. Especially like you'll see if he says he's not feeling under the weather, you'll see like laser eyes come over.
All right, go for a roll.
Guys, I'm good at medicine. I feel good about this.
Get 100. Let's do it.
You swear you haven't seen this, but as you look closer to what Larkin looked like when you first met him to now, he's sweating more. You would assume that's just the local area, but you also notice his skin's getting more paler.
Yeah.
And his hands are starting to tremble.
It's like, are you sure you don't need any attention?
With that medicine roll, you realize that the symptoms resemble opiate withdrawal. So, if you would please excuse me, I will have to retire to my chambers, and hopefully I shall be all well and good to go on this campaign. Either way, with everything that's going on...
I want to charm him. I want to charm him to be like, perhaps I know what you're going through, what you long for in your chambers. Shall I come and assist you?
Thank you, but no. All this is just a good night's sleep.
That I have not been telling us, you might say, in throes of.
Thank you, Rosa, but maybe afterwards. But we have to keep this professional, at least for now. If you would excuse me.
Tatiana does hand him the bottle of vodka and goes, I charged it to your tab anyway. You should take this.
You had a tab? Oh.
Looks at the bottle in his hand and goes,
Neurocroc.
That's a D6 for everybody.
Neurocroc, thank you. Thank you very much for that. It is appreciated.
That's for luck only, though. D6 luck for everybody.
I got
I'm feeling lucky.
Exactly median. I will take that.
Larkin takes a swig of the vodka, puts it back on the table. Until Monday, Peter. If you need me, come to the hotel and just ask the person there to ask for De Mendoza and Larkin, and she will come and get us. She is a little old, so you might have to speak up a little bit. If you would excuse me.
I hope you're feeling better in the morning.
Don't die. If you're the only one that knows where we're going.
So it is in your best interests to keep me alive, for the moment at least.
Well, I thought I was here to keep those people alive. As that guy's pointing to his bodyguard, It's his job to get you alive. And I'll give him the eyebrow.
Your bodyguard will be with you through the night, correct?
Ooh la la.
He has a room. He has a room opposite me, and at
It's good to know that
that,
you'll be well taken care of.
and I'm glad that you all will be taken care of by our illustrious former soldier. Until next time. And De Mendoza and Larkin walks out. And you can actually hear a sigh of relief come from Jesse Hughes. And he goes, well, that could have gone better. Does anyone actually think this... Well, that too. Does anyone actually think this is actually everything that's going to be happening? Or do you think this is going to be another horse bollocks?
I think that we have a very wide and assorted group of individuals.
We're all looking to get totally spiffikated. Well, except for the teetotaler here.
Yes, and it seems like he's prepared for a wide variety of circumstances that may not be just exploration.
Indeed.
And that's what scares me. Oh,
Also, Jesse may not be the best person for all of us to... No offense, Jesse. Spill our guts to, as the terminology goes.
Rosa,
Upchuck?
I'm going to be honest. I like that you said that in front of him. It makes me think I can trust you. That you are willing to talk shit about somebody to their face. I like that about you.
Well, Rosa's never been one to mince words from my understanding, but I will also say that of the people who have interacted with Larkin, there are only 2 at this table who have known him for longer than, pulls out her watch, an hour.
again, that is true.
So unless Alejandro has other comments to make about our dear Mr. Larkin, I would like to hear what Mr. Hughes here has to say.
I concur.
I'm intrigued as well.
Oh, you go do that. I'm just going to lace up my shoes and head up and go to the bathroom. Or go looking for it.
You have quite the charming companion, dear Aveline.
He grows on you like just mold grows on a piece of rations, just fast, and yet you still must consume it for sustenance is what's going to keep you alive. Endearing, but maybe a bit sporific at best.
You do paint a wonderful image, but regardless, our apologies, or at least my apologies, Mr. Hughes, for interrupting you. I do agree that, if nothing else, an expedition out into a lost pyramid is rarely without its complications in my line of work.
That's correct. Larkin actually tried to convince the local people to actually explore the pyramid, but he wasn't able to actually find anyone willing to accompany him. He's just been trying to get people to join him for some strange odd reason to go to this. And
Interesting. How long has he been trying to get the locals?
I would say about 2 months. Alejandro, at this point, you would actually, talking because of Sanchez, you would actually understand that Sanchez hasn't been busy, just Sanchez hasn't been invited along to this yet. Like, Mrs. Sanchez of the museum has actually been interested in joining the museum, but Larkin has ignored the requests, and it doesn't add up. Oh, and sorry, and yes, while Larkin and the Mendoza is around, please call me Jesse. Otherwise, my real name is Jackson Elias. I am a writer of books that focus on cults and the how cults and fear can turn a person into a bad murderer and all the other fun stuff. But I write these books.
Jackson, you
Yes.
fascinate me. Why are you here under an assumed identity? Tell us.
Well,
And why would you tell us so soon?
because I trust you more than them.
Yes.
But why? We have shown ourselves to not be very trustworthy.
No,
I mean,
Exactly,
I
but
beg to
you're-
differ.
You're not trying to hopefully pilfer the irreplaceable artifacts of this location to make a quick dollar.
This is true.
What about this site interests you? I mean,
Well-
you say cults and murderers. Do you
Yeah.
suspect a cult or a murderer amongst us?
Not a cultish murderer. I know you've all probably done things that is on the other side of the law, but we all do that. But you don't use cults and folklore to align your pockets, as it were.
Oh.
Can I roll another psychology to see if I buy what he's selling?
Oh yeah.
Also, I'm feeling a little hot under the collar, talking about occultism being used to line one's pockets.
Ooh, yeah.
He believes what he's saying.
Okay.
You don't see any
Cool, cool.
telltale ticks of embellishing the truth. You can see that he's being completely upfront. And you can also tell he needs people to trust him and be allies, because you can see him being a little skittish. See, what's
More the
happening-
like. Sorry,
Yeah,
I was
just
gonna say, like
looking-
more the like.
looking-
Yeah.
looking around, seeing there's other people watching you at the moment. So if anyone wants to roll a spot hidden, you're more than welcome to.
If I see him looking around, I'll look
Absolutely.
around.
But like, it seems maybe more like he's like confiding in
use
us because
3 luck.
No.
I'll use that God-given Neurocroc luck to push.
don't need
push it
to.
in.
God given.
You don't need to. You just the bar's pretty much empty now. You're the only ones there apart from the bartender. And he looks at you going, he wants to go home.
Well, I'm
you-
ready to retire for sure.
At the moment, it's just you and the thing. What the locals around here have told me is that De Mendoza is referred to as a caraceri.
For those of us
Hey,
not
what?
familiar with Spanish and Peruvian folklore,
Alejandro will probably know this. It's a vampiric monster from local folklore that sucks the body fat from people. Not the blood, the fat.
wait, what's it called again?
A caraceri. I'll post that into chat for you.
We're running into an issue where like I know some of these things, but I don't. Like Tatiana would have no way of knowing these.
Exactly.
things.
Oh, Caraceri.
Caraceri. Now, as Jackson keeps talking, yes, it's a local folklore that it's a kind of vampire, but doesn't suck blood. It drinks the fat from a person, leaves them a mummified husk. But these monsters don't exist, and the stories probably started at the arrival of the conquistadors in the 16th century. It's like, if they arrived in the 16th century, how would they be alive now? And how are they only starting now to be more of a threat? It's just another way of cults taking control and using local folklore to their own ends, which just doesn't really work. Like the other members of the cult that we've seen that are around but I've never met, We don't know how large the cult is, and we don't know anything about it apart from a name and what they are. But that being said, the pyramid we're going to, again, considered cursed and cursed ground, but also can be where this Card City make their home. So that's one of the reasons why the pyramid, none of the locals want to go there, because they're so afraid of this Card City.
You mentioned that the locals do not want to go there. The cults, in that they're using local folklore. Is the cult not the locals, or are they outsiders, or who are the cults made of? I do not
What
understand.
the locals have told me, the cult members are again of European descent because they come from the conquistadors of the 16th century. So if you look around, a lot of locals will consider you, not Alejandro, as being dangerous because they don't trust you. They don't know you.
This is fair. I am very dangerous.
I can see.
Alejandro pulls open his mask, and his face is just one big scar all the way down.
It looks like somebody was dangerous to you as well. I'm sorry for that. Seems that I do not know what happened to you. Are you okay?
Jaguar.
So maybe you are more dangerous than I have expected.
Can I make
because you have survived.
Medicine check to see if those scars look like something that would be left by an animal like a jaguar, or something different?
That'd be that'd be. Can I make a natural world? Because I wouldn't succeed on a medicine.
You don't want to get in here.
Jaguar. I thought you said something guer. Like
Jaguar. He's too cool. His accent's too cool, guys. We're not cool enough to be on his level.
Like, focusing on.
No, that's absolutely a fail.
With that roll, Aveline, it was a jaguar.
It looks
so
like
you are.
Yeah.
You are also dangerous then if you survived.
This is why I am here to be your guide. I grew up in these lands.
I'm very glad to have you.
If you grew up in these lands, why are you willing to risk this Karasiri mythos to help us? Or to help Larkin, I suppose.
Do you believe in fairies?
Not particularly.
Leprechauns?
No. All right. I mean,
of course.
I'm gonna say, when he says that, Sidney audibly, she had a question, and she audibly loses it. When you say that, Alejandro, it's like, I do believe that he has you there, but
it seems like it's such a concern for so many. So I wonder why someone would be willing. But I mean, you are correct.
Bunyots, on the other hand, now they're something to be feared at as Jack comes back in.
A drop was it a drop bear? The scariest nightmare.
Tatiana has a question.
No, we're talking fairy tales. Drop bears have got nothing to do with fairy tales. They are real.
Tatiana has a question, and she audibly doesn't lose it, and she goes, "How'd you kill it?"
Good question.
This is Alejandro, I assume.
Yeah. How'd you like?
I would not kill a jaguar.
How'd you survive then?
How does one kill a jaguar?
It came to mark.
I suppose the story gets more deep then.
I did not like where I was, and it told me.
But it told you in a way that it wanted you to learn, but not to die. And I think that says something about you as well. You are an interesting man, Alejandro. I will keep that in mind.
See, back where I come from, if someone hits you, you shoot it. Or you hit it back. You don't
Back
just
where I
let
come
it
from,
walk
if
away.
something sends you a message, you listen.
Yeah, but if you
Bullet
shoot it
sends a
or
very
kill it,
strong
then
message, dear.
the message is like one-sided.
Well,
Very rarely is a message one-sided.
However, that does not bring us
Perhaps you
more
need
to
a
the
bigger
issue
gun.
of the cult, as interesting as this is.
There's Colts.
You decided to bow out at the wrong moment, dear. I'm sure that your nurse friend can catch you up at a later time. She apparently speaks your language better than the rest of us. But Mr. Elias, then, or Mr. Hughes, as you would know him, why would this cult go through such effort to bring people from overseas for this kind of situation, then? If they already have members operating, why would they need foreigners to come and assist them with a temple that's their home base?
That's the question. We don't know.
And not to sow
They-
some doubt in this group, but how do you know that the members of this group are not members of the cult?
I look shocked, like,
Oh no, so you could be a cult member.
oh,
You just need to apply yourself more.
it's true. My studies have been too lax.
I am
And
very
that-
disciplined.
There's the
You made a
answer.
lot of assumptions, Mr. Elias, and that's why I'm curious as to what led you to make them.
I honestly trust you.
I would imagine
Very
if
well.
you had been undercover for a really long time and you saw a bunch of ragtag individuals, one of whom kept talking about guns, another of whom kept talking about drop bears, a third of whom kept talking about spirits and or water and or shots, and another of whom kept talking about the fortune telling, another of whom kept asking questions, and another of whom was a local, you would probably assume that this ragtag group of individuals was too disorganized to have ever been a member of a cult.
And also,
Justin-
That's just an assumption that I would make.
Justin
be
just looks
yourself.
at Tatiana and just goes, hmm?
Granted, I am not a brain
Yeah.
person.
But
You also just have far more faith in
You
cults
are a
than I do.
brain person. You are a brain person.
I do have, granted, and given that I am not a brain person, I might not have been very much of a listener person either when you have said this already. You mentioned that we know very little about the cult except for that its name. Did you say what that name was, or did I miss it?
the cult is the name, like Karsh is. Like,
Okay.
they're using
cool.
the name of a local Peruvian folklore to sow distrust and everything else. It's like, this is something I've been talking with at length to Mr. Sanchez about at the university. And I'm actually due to meet him tomorrow. If you would all like to come along, you're more than welcome to. Otherwise, we can see him tonight, but I would say best to let him sleep and we get a good night's sleep, and then we
Well,
see him
tonight would
tomorrow.
actually, I think tonight would actually work better for us. I think we have to do a thing at 8 a.m. in the morning tomorrow, and that might take
Oh,
a
no.
while. So like,
No,
That's
it-
on Monday.
That's an
That's
Oh,
on
that's
assumption.
on
Monday.
Monday. Look, Tatiana's
You've
not a
got-
brain person. Tatiana's not a brain person. She's not a schedule person. She's more of a drink vodka and
are a
occasionally and
brain
deliver
per-
insights person.
You are a valid brain person.
Tatiana's not a note-taking person. Tatiana's trying to be a note-taking person, but she's mostly failing.
It's totally okay.
Well, now my only question, dear, for you, Mr. Elias, is that with regards to meeting with this Professor Sanchez, has Professor Sanchez been rudely rejected or just ignored?
Bit of both, to be honest. When Larkin said he was doing an expedition to a previously undiscovered pyramid, Sanchez actually started looking in the museum's archives for information about this. And they did find some information, actually, which is, again, the reason I'm going to go and see him tomorrow, is to get some more information about the pyramid and potentially what we're walking into.
That makes perfect sense.
But speaking to Larkin, he's been giving Sanchez the cold shoulder or the ignoring, and knowing that the expedition is so far away, he's just going to keep ignoring him until he's out of the area. So any information that Sanchez might have that might help us about the pyramid isn't really going to be helping us in any way.
Well, I do applaud
One
the
question
idea of
as
making
well.
sure that...
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was just agreeing with Mr. Elias's initiative to make sure that we have information that it seems our prospective employer is keeping from us.
Mr. Elias, I have one more question as well. Do you have a gun and can I have it? I'm sorry, that was 2 questions.
Well, if you heard what Larkin said earlier, he said that he would reimburse any weapon purchase that you might have.
I might not have the cash
sure
up
that we
front. Can I borrow some? Okay, I have a 3rd question, and can I borrow some money?
Dear, we can get you a gun tomorrow. I'm sure that, considering Mr. Larkin will be reimbursing, that he will be more than happy to pay me back if I go and purchase you a gun. It might not be a very fancy one, but at least it'll shoot a bullet.
Alejandro,
That's really all I'm
opens in
looking
his
for.
Jacket,
Hopefully more
pulls
than
out
one.
a 45.
I requested one as well.
Hands it over.
Tatiana takes it, kind of like salutes you, adds a gun to her inventory,
okay.
and is pleased.
This is how you make
She
friends.
said,
Has a gun to
This is how
inventory
you-
and is pleased.
Yeah.
Episode title.
essentially, yeah.
Though I will ask for Alejandro, if you are a local here, how, for lack of better term, whenever people go and do these expeditions, do you what is the best way to put this? Is a sidearm going to be something that you would believe all of us should acquire in ensuring that we might survive this trip?
We're headed into a jungle. Regardless of whether or not the people like it, you're headed into a jungle.
So being
And
armed
he
is definitely...
opens up his shirt again and
No.
starts rubbing his face.
I think I got that one. I think I picked up on the subtext on that one.
Do you remember how I mentioned that the
Definitely picked up
message
on
goes
something.
2 ways? Usually, this is I meant that there's a sender and a recipient, and in this one, dear Sidney, you are the recipient, and there's the sender. I don't know if you are receptive to the message, but I think the answer is yes. You should get a sidearm
Or a shotgun.
or a shotgun. Yes, a shotgun might also be good.
Well,
It
A
Whatever you
projectile weapon. Pardon me.
Or a knife.
whatever you can use.
a Molotov cocktail might also work. Do we have the makings of a Molotov cocktail?
Just point to your hand. It's
Um,
right there.
I think
You-
we're drinking it right
3/4 of the
now.
way there. Yeah.
Well, I gave that. I thought I gave that away.
You gave that
that's
to
right.
Larkin. Larkin took a swig and
Hated.
put it back on the table, and no one's touched it since.
Oh, I will grab that then. I will keep this just in case it comes in handy.
Adds vodka to the inventory. Is pleased.
is pleased.
I-
Tatiana
Is
is a walking
pleased.
armory.
Walking armor.
Yeah.
But if
Basically,
you have the
just kind of
bottle
looking at you and going,
and the alcohol, here, have my scarf for to make your Molotov cocktail.
Sydney
Teamwork
like
makes the dream
tightens her
work.
own scarf that little bit to make sure it's not taken.
Okay.
Worse. I would say be careful with fire, especially with how well it catches. However, if that is all, I do believe that we should probably not be wasting dear Mr. Elias's time, nor our own, as it's been rather late in the evening.
Yes, it is.
Can we-
So
Can we avoid burning down Lima? I live here.
I would
What about the-
appreciate
what about the
lack
forest?
No,
of
we're
fire.
only going to burn down ancient ruins.
The jungle.
That's the jungle. In Lima. It's just a couple hours away.
We could always go to Egypt and burn that down. The pyramids are easier to get to.
Fine.
No
Why
jungle.
don't we go to Britain and burn that down? Because isn't it the
I also-
colonizers who are the problem here?
It's already
I live
happened.
there. It's already happened once, and I live there, so I prefer it intact.
Well, we know you
Uh,
would.
Well, for our homes intact. But regardless of it, Mr. Elias, it would not be too much of a bother. But do you happen to have the address of Professor Sanchez? I would just like to check in a few questions for him and maybe get a feel of the town.
Of course, would you like to see him tonight, or do you want to see him tomorrow? I'm not sure if he'd be amenable to us tonight, or do you think his life's in danger at the moment, or would you prefer just to wait till tomorrow?
Those are your two choices.
Now, I know that not all of us might be operating on the normal side of the law, but I've worried a titch if Mr. Larkin is annoyed and doesn't want Mr. Sanchez shit. And does he know about your meeting? Because that would imply to me that...
To be honest, I don't know. I'm trying to keep a
Because he
low-ish profile, but again, if you think his life's in danger, we can go and try to speak to him, or again, we can leave him to tomorrow.
I personally am going to leave him till tomorrow. I plan on returning to a room and sleeping.
Absolutely.
I plan on getting sloshed.
Good on
What, you don't want to come along and get into a good fight?
Amen.
Okay, yeah, you got my attention.
There might be. I'm assuming that if Mr. Larkin has a problem with Dr. Sanchez, it would not surprise me if his bodyguard was not in his suite tonight and instead was knocking on Sanchez's door. Now that we're here, and obviously the timetable's moved up a little bit. At least if I wanted to get rid of somebody problematic, that's how I do it.
Wait, have you thought of this before?
Yes. So you've considered how you would get rid of someone problematic to you before.
Sweetie, I'm an archaeologist. The only difference is whether I'm taking it from somebody who's living or dead, and sometimes you need to speed up the process.
Well, that's one way to...
Whether a message is received by two people or one.
If you ever go to England, I'll see if I can hook you up with some work, maybe.
As you were talking about this, Elias passes you a map, and that's the handout which was given to you just of the local area. And he points to a position between 5 and 6 on the map. So Phoenix will understand this is De Mendoza's house.
De Mendoza or Sanchez?
Oh, Sanchez, sorry.
So, Mr. Hunt, would you care to accompany me if there is a fight? And if not, the next round's on me. At least for the next couple of nights.
That sounds good.
Does that include ladies? The next round on you?
Well, I'll say that if there's not a fight, the next round's on me if they come with me. If there is a fight, well, then things just get exciting.
Tatiana, you good with that gun?
I was given a gun. Of course I am.
I
wouldn't have asked for it if I wasn't.
I am now very concerned about whether Lima will be left in place. If you all go off like this, I think I might accompany you instead.
I only have 6.
She's only got one gun.
And one Molotov cocktail.
We have merely one gun and one Molotov cocktail between us.
Oh no. No, we don't have it between us. Sorry, Ian.
I was going to ask Alejandro if he would not mind being a bit of a guide here and helping to potentially ensure that the chaos was contained.
as I
So you're
There's-
free
look.
to get some sleep if you'd like
Yo
to.
comprendo español,
Look, there is a difference between
necesitamos-
one thing.
Alejandro.
Miss Sidney, I understand your concern. There is a difference between wanting to be able to protect yourself and wanting to cause trouble. Between the two of us, it seems to me you are the one looking for a fight.
I am not looking. I am merely. I know
Searching.
what my strengths are. I points at the very large man who has walked in. And walked in and still probably has bruises from his last fight. I'm assuming I know that his strengths are fighting. And if there is a fight, which I'm somewhat worried there might be, I'd much rather have that in my corner than just me.
And I
And
understand.
I'm perfectly assuming no fight. I'm assuming that I'm going to have a very grumpy professor who's going to look at me and go, "What are you doing at my house at this time of night?" And then I'm going to go back to my apartment after apologizing to him.
I'm just saying, I think you are making assumptions about me that are not necessarily fair.
I'm not making an assumption about you. I'm making an assumption about fire in a crowded
Oh, no.
place.
yeah,
Oh, no. You misunderstand. The Molotov cocktail is for the cult, potentially. It is not for the bar.
or
I
cold
was
not
not assuming the
drinking.
bar, but yes.
Absolutely
way,
not for the bar.
Perhaps I am making
I would-
assumptions
At
about you.
this point, the bartender looks at you sternly, looks at his wrist and taps it, saying, "Time to close up." Doesn't try to say "get out," but is making audible
Wrist watches, I
things.
think. Yeah, I suppose they
Yeah.
are. Yeah.
Sydney's going to go up and basically turn back to Jack, who's pretty much the only one who's agreed to go with her at this point, besides Mr. Elias, and goes, What's your poison preference, sir?"
All of them.
Can I get 2 bottles of your strongest to go, please?
I've agreed to go with anyone who is causing mayhem and bringing alcohol.
Oh, and Miss
Why?
Miss Mentirosa, it's not just one gun between us. As I just open up the trench coat, and there's a shotgun underneath.
Oh God, I told you
2
no.
pistols and more.
I thought you were. I told you to leave those anywhere but on your person at a meeting.
Mr.
Wow.
Hunt!
I am severely more reassured and worried. How many are coming then? May I ask?
Well,
So
Tatiana's coming. She feels like she has something to prove now.
Jackson Elias
Okay.
is just again looking at you, saying, "I can't believe I'm doing this, but all right, let's go."
Mr. Elias, I will say that you do not need to come if you do not wish to bother the dear professor at night, but it would be easier. I'm sure.
It'll be easier if we're there, because if you all believe that he's under danger, he's a wonderful person, a dear friend, and I do not want to see what we are doing to potentially harm him or his family or his students in any ill way. And as
I
we
most certainly agree.
leave this scene, I think we should take a break.
Yeah.
And if there's more people going, there's now 4 bottles of the strongest.
Yeah. The bartender looks at you, sighs, and then passes you the bottles of vodka and just says, "Do it on the other side
We
of
are
town,
leaving, I
please."
understand.
Tatiana says, "Put it on Larkin's tab."
Obviously.
Well, to be fair, what Sydney's more doing is going, I need to bribe the big guy with alcohol. Apparently, I need to bribe the other 2 with alcohol. I want to make sure I have enough alcohol that at least I can pass them the bottles and they're not my problem anymore.
I need some alcohol.
So
Okay.
we're going to go on a break. We're going to
Funny,
have.
because I was the fact that we were talking about alcohol, I was like, oh, maybe I should pee in a bottle. We're taking a break.
We're going to go on a break. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Just a heads up. We're going to be playing our other version of the introduction movie when we come back from the break. If you have any issues with audio distortion, you will want to mute that video.
Yes.
You really will. Otherwise, enjoy the horrificness of a really, really distorted, amazingly distorted jazz tune by Lorian Ross for our intro. So we'll be playing that one when we come back. But right now, we're going on a break. Stick around. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
And we're back. Hopefully that didn't drive away some of our viewers with our super creepy version, but
Oh, I
that-
love that.
That is absolutely creepy. Lorian Ross nailed that.
yeah, it really my goblin wants to watch A Guard's Tale because he thinks the intro movie is a movie, like a trailer to a movie. For that one, he was fighting me to try to turn it off. The creepy version. Like, just couldn't stand it. Yeah. So we're back. We are off in Lima to... We're armed. We have Molotov cocktails and guns. And
We're
a
wearing
little bit
sunglasses.
sloshed.
Let's go.
Love it.
Just looking to we're just looking to visit our friendly neighborhood professor and hope that he's alive.
That's it.
We're a perfectly balanced, sane, emotionally stable group of individuals.
And
We're just like a church missionary.
and it's been established that Tatiana is a dumb Dora, but she's a total bear cat.
Yeah, pretty much.
A dumb Dora, but a total Deckard?
Bear cat.
Bear cat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Free spirited, fiery.
Okay.
It's Aussie slang.
No, this
I'm
is
learning so
1920 style.
much.
I haven't even touched
Yes.
into the Aussie stuff yet.
Oh,
Dear Lord.
dear
All I know is
gods.
I used my my headscarf to help her make a Molotov cocktail.
Yeah.
So, it's not lit. It's just ready in case we need it.
Just in case. You never know when you need a Molotov cocktail in the wild.
The
Never know.
ingredients are still separate, also just so we still have vodka. And I feel like Rosa and Tatiana are just passing it back and forth and swigging it. We're slowly losing the ingredient for the Molotov cocktail.
Yeah, so yeah, sounds right.
Would you say you'd be happily sloshed right now or drunk?
Well,
you
I have
taking-
a constitution of 70, so let's make a roll.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Do a con roll, please.
I'm pretty sloshed. I'm pretty sloshed.
Oh,
You're sloshed.
Oh,
I was going to say, did you want to spend that luck?
3
Nope.
sheets to the wind.
Sure don't want to spend that luck.
no. I mean, I'm not as sloshed as her, but
You
I'm
know.
sloshed as hell.
Actually, I think you are
You
just
are-
as sloshed as me
you are
because
sloshed,
you
but
lost,
that's-
you lost by more.
Your
Yeah.
cons
If
are
there was
dirty.
extreme, if there was critical and extreme, you'll be a
Yeah,
critical
I only
failure
lost
at-
by 22.
yeah. No, you're happy. You're walking down the
Yeah.
streets of Lima.
Oh,
People
great.
could be listening in, and I think for the next hour or so, you have penalty dice to all your rolls,
Tatiana
all your
goes,
all your
and,
social rolls.
Tatiana goes, and then the bear with the cartoon bear goes, and that was my hat. You get it? yes, that is because it was a bear. Because it was a bear.
That is my hat.
That was my hat. Yes. And the bear's name was Bubbles. The bear's name was Bubbles. It's a great cartoon.
So good.
I
How
am
much-
concerned
there's just-
about alcohol
ahead.
poison. I'm concerned about alcohol poisoning for these two. What is your assessment?
I'll just light
My
them up.
assessment is I am Russian.
Yes, you are, dear.
I was honestly gonna say, just like looking back and basically saying, so I know I was offering to bribe you two with the alcohol if you came with us for a fight. Do you two know how to make it back to the hotel from here?
Absolutely.
No. Niet.
Well, basically, she's holding out the two bottles and basically going like, "I'll just give this to each of you two if you go back, so we don't make a bad first impression."
Mr. Elias just says, if you tie the bottles to a stick and hold it in front of them, you might be able to guide them.
I even
I'm
think
not a donkey.
a stray cat attached to the bottles might lead them in a more conducive fashion.
Not even camels would do that.
Yeah, I would feel very bad for the cat or the camel, but
True.
Tatiana walks up to Sidney and Aveline and Jack and like kind of like puts an arm around whichever two are closest to each other and goes, "Look, you wanted muscle, and I am muscle. And that is all you need me for. I am not going to talk. I'm going to be so quiet. I'm going to be so quiet."
At this
We're going
point,
to
you
be
hit the
so
residential
quiet.
area, and Jackson says, Mr. Elias says, okay, we're almost there, so let's
cross our fingers.
hope.
I like to think she's putting like fingers on either of our faces, like like just around. I'm like, yes, dear, sure.
So quiet.
Oh, it's like a church mouse.
Like a church mouse.
So I
I'm just need, and then she whips out the 45 gun and she starts waving and she's like, I just need to be able to shoot yes, and we will be fine.
Oh,
We will be
Yeah.
fine.
waving that very close to my
Do you mind if I
head.
check that too, just really quickly?
And she moves it away. She moves it away.
No.
Like, no, this
All
is
right.
mine. This is mine. You can
Absolutely,
have
just
it.
just need to do.
Next time you give
She
someone a gun,
tucks it back into her coat.
don't give them ammunition. Especially if they've been drinking.
Opens up his jacket and there's a bandolier of ammo.
I got you.
Okay. Alright, I think that's everything. Alright, so we actually got a map for you.
Sydney is now somewhat regretting bringing these two along, but you know what?
We blame
One
you.
bed-
bedroll,
for long
man.
enough to expect this.
Oh, yeah. Like you're gonna find someone else who can connect to the great beyond.
I didn't need somebody to connect to the great beyond. But
Look, Tatiana's gonna connect to the great beyond, but only for the people who you want dead. I'm gonna connect them to the great beyond because I'm going to kill them.
you were so subtle with that, dear. I'm glad that you spelled it out for me.
It's
But-
so
Yeah,
true.
that
But put the finger over Tatiana's lips to go,
Jackson Elias walks up to the door and
we stay at the
knocks.
back. You don't. Put the gun away.
After a few moments, the door opens and you see Mr. Sanchez at the door. And I wasn't expecting to go to Sanchez today, so we're just going to show it up the place. So you see Professor Sanchez in the door. I'm doing that.
Like a handsome fellow
Hey.
with his glasses.
He
I
looks
see what you did
learned.
there.
So in front of you see a slim and dapper person. Normally the hair will be neatly oiled, but again, he was getting ready for bed, so he's not in his usual suit as everyone else knows him. He's dressed up in his bedclothes and just notices Mr. Elias. Says, Mr. Elias, I thought we were meeting tomorrow. Jackson says, well, timetable's been moved up a little. We're concerned about your safety. And, well, come in. And it's a modest one-bedroom home. And his wife, Maria, and their infant son is currently asleep. So could I just ask you to keep it down for the moment while we talk? And he invites you all to the lounge room. So I'm just going to go to the object token. And I actually need to open up that as well. So I was not expecting to use this map tonight. So it's like, crud.
That's how we do it.
Also-
We'll derail an entire story.
Oh, yeah, he will.
Immediately.
Oh yeah.
It's half the fun.
I blame Tatiana.
So Jackson, I'll move everyone into the room. It should be available. So arrange yourself in the room as you see fit.
Just standing inside the door,
Gonna be next
Yep.
to Rosa, I think for sure.
keeping an eye on the hallway in the
I'll
front.
take a sitter.
Okay. Alejandro, it's good to meet you. See you again. Has everything been treating you well? Sanchez talking to.
See, Professor.
Yeah. So I see you got involved in the Larkin expedition.
As you requested.
Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. I know Alejandro from earlier on. I've been helping him and he helps me. It's a beneficial arrangement because of all the people stealing our local treasures to make a quick dollar and not respecting what cultural significance this can be. Such as hakloros. It's a word with grave robbers, more or less. So
Oh.
Indeed.
I've asked Alejandro to be involved so we can work out an exact location for the pyramid. Again, addresses Jack, Mr. Elias. And I'm sorry, Mr. Elias. This is better that you didn't know about this section. And then Elias just nods, understanding that to do something, you have to do multiple ways to get around it. And then Mr. Elias pretty much talks to Sanchez. Says, yeah, so this is the crew that we have for the expedition. It's a eclectic group, to say the least.
Tatiana extends a hand and goes, it's lovely to meet you. I'm Tatiana.
Lovely to meet you, Tatiana. I am Mentirosa Sanchez, and I help run the antiquities department of our museum here in our lovely, lovely town. And
You do very good work. And I appreciate that about you.
thank you. It's appreciated that an area's cultural significance is preserved. Henceforth, I have asked Alejandro to keep an eye on this and to make sure that anything culturally significant doesn't really leave the country until we at least have a good look at it and figure out if it's something that is, well, to quote somebody, Dr. Jones, it belongs in a museum, as it were.
I want to make it clear that burp was canon. She is just like burping the entire time he's talking.
A terrible womanizer. He has accosted many a female student who is a friend of mine.
Oh, are you referring to Nevada Jones?
Yes,
No, not Nevada Jones. Nevada Jones was the father.
Indiana was the dog.
Either way, even stories about him has reached us.
He is indeed a dog.
But he does do the right thing for the artifacts in his possession, which so he does get respect from our circle.
Señor Sanchez, me gusta mucho, pero, I am so happy to.
I have an important question.
Mm-hmm.
Is that cabinet in the far side of the room that we see, is that a wine cabinet? And if yes, are me and Rosa drawn inexorably to it?
No, I would assume this is their sitting room. The wine will be in the kitchen pantry area.
That's fair.
What, like in the 1920s, you wouldn't have like a decanter of your nice stuff?
If he knew he was receiving guests at this time of night, he would have got that prepped. But he was he wasn't expecting you tonight. He was expecting you at the hotel, at the museum tomorrow.
Yep.
Sorry for interrupting you, Professor, but we have reason to believe that you potentially might be a marked man by the Karsh Siri. Mr. Elias talks to Sanchez about. Mr. Sanchez is... You still going on about that folklore? As I was saying, Mr. Elias earlier, Karsh Siri are normally European...
Pistachio?
No, we're talking about the vampires that suck fat.
I know of this story as Pistachio. An evil monster-like man, a stranger, often a white man, seeks to kill and abuse unsuspecting Indians. Yes?
Okay. The Karsh are a folklore. They're brought around from the early tales of conquistadors when they stumbled across a pyramid up in the Andes that searched for a prison of an ancient evil. Again, this is all conjecture from what little information that we've got, and from some paperwork we actually have at the museum that my assistant Trinidad Arizo is actually going through at the moment. It's just trying to... We have a document which is the last confession of Gaspar Figueroa, and there's also an artifact as well that we're still trying to find in our museum storehouse, which might be relevant. But it's a greed and adherence folklore. It's like, don't hoard or don't steal, or one day a Karsh will come and drink your fat and make you one of them. It's a tale that we told little children, but more and more regularly, it's actually becoming that... I don't know how to describe this. They're usually...
I actually do think Pistachio and Karsh are the same thing, just different native words for it. So if Snoozy's character, for whatever reason, didn't know about it for different cultural reasons, that might be a thing worth rolling for. But that's also Tatiana has no reason to know about that. That's just like a meta thing.
Yeah.
If her character would have reason to know.
Meta wise, I looked it up and like my character has reason to understand it in a very basic way, like through her connection to like Mexican culture, like and Spanish culture.
What would
but
that
not
be a roll?
specifically Andy's culture. So she like has heard
Probably
of it
history, right?
under a different name. She's
Or
like,
That'll be like a
familiar.
hard history to roll to try and make connections.
All right.
I do
don't-
wonder, do you happen to know what the artifact its description is? We saw some artifacts just this
I
evening
have the
that are
worst-
supposedly from the same area.
Do you have a drawing of it?
We
Or some-
do. And I'll point over, I'll be like, may I borrow your notebook?
Pass
Thank
it
you.
over. Go back to looking over the hallway and front door.
Yeah. All right. And these came from the pyramid, you say?
That's
Yeah,
what
in
we...
Egypt.
That is what Mr. Larkin told us.
Yes.
Okay, well this makes no sense. These two pieces are from distinctly different time periods. This one, referring to the medallion, dates back to the 5th century. From the Tijuana, is a pre-Columbian site in Bolivia, close to the border site of Peru.
I thought it was supposed to be Egypt.
And this one holds the other one up. This is Incan. Oh, sorry, points to the piece of paper, holds the other one, says, this is Incan, 15th century. These technically should not be in the same area. Are you sure you said this is from the pyramid? Or from... Where did he get these?
I believe the verbiage was, he found them off of a llama farmer who said that they came from the pyramid, is I believe the story we were told.
Story sounds pretty correct for this one. So,
It would not surprise me if Larkin was seeding his own story.
that does not surprise me.
Alpaca. Sorry, it was an alpaca farmer.
Isn't it?
I just remembered a little bit late. It was an alpaca farmer, not a llama.
Yep.
They're different a little bit.
Are they?
Yeah,
I have no clue, honestly.
Yeah, so... That being said, it's just... This does not make any sense.
Maybe they stole it and they gathered in one place.
Well, the Kata City are known for their advertence. Again, it's part of the story that you do not steal from others. Otherwise, the Kata City will come and steal your possessions and take your hearts and take your minds and your bodies and your fat. I never understood the fat part.
Oh
Done.
God, my fat.
Well, from a biological standpoint, fat is one of the main stores of energy. If you're feeding energy off of something else, I wouldn't be surprised if you were there to take their energy via the form of fat and be able to... Well, I mean, you don't need to know all this, but I mean, it makes sense in a way.
No, it doesn't.
Well, that being said, Miss
Oh, Miss Baker, Aveline
Miss Baker, transferring the fat from one person to another, or one person to something, transfers power and nutrients.
It would.
Would it be...
From a theoretical standpoint, I mean, this is all based upon the supposition that you can drink fat from another person. I mean, yeah. When you eat food from another animal, I mean, you gain the nutrients and energy from that animal. So I mean, like I said, this is all just a theory.
So
If
we're
this
looking
is
for someone
even
really, really fat.
No, they would be skinny, funnily enough.
More like gaunt.
They would need fat?
Yes, I mean, if you're drawing, I mean, it's the food, it's the body's primary source of storage of energy, nutrients, and some other things. If they're in need of it, that means they probably are depleted of it. And if if you're saying it's based off of coveting as well, then I mean, I theoretically could see why something like that would be a bit more wasted.
Oh, so you're looking for a group of ballerinas, basically.
Yeah.
Eyes go over to Tatiana.
Pardon. I think the story is a lot simpler than all of that. You had these conquistadors come in and take the fruits of all of our people and sucked the fat, the life out of the people who lived here, our food, our culture, our everything. I don't think you need to think about someone slicing someone open and sucking their belly out. They stole everything and gorged themselves, made themselves fat on us.
Could have been worse.
As
They could have made
Sanchez
it
nods
a
to
criminal
Alejandro and says, "Yes, that's what we originally thought, Alejandro. But we've actually got a document over at the museum that we're currently trying to translate. It's very hard to read. It's a very long, roundabout book, but there might be truth in this. And this is going to talk to you about earlier, Mr. Elias, that we've found something that might be useful.
Do you have a bathroom? Sorry, do you have a bathroom?
Checks the map. Yes, there is a bathroom.
All right. And Tatiana would like to go look. Essentially,
you go out this door, you turn left and left again, and you hit the bathroom.
She's not looking for the bathroom. She's looking for interesting things.
Good stealing. Yes, good.
Yes.
Oh heck. I'm gonna join her. You know how us women are. I have to go to the bathroom with her.
Can I get everyone to roll a luck roll, please?
Oh man,
everyone to roll a luck roll, please.
I want to let you know I'm real good at that right now because I'm sitting on a jack pile of luck from one person in particular.
Holy hell.
You can call them Neurocroc, and they are my Lord and Savior.
You might perhaps call them Neurocroc. You know, if you were so inclined.
Is it just Tatiana who fails? Jesus Christ.
Oh, I did.
Snoozy, what happened to your luck?
Yeah, where'd it all go, buddy?
I don't know. I
might have to readjust Snoozy's luck.
Null amount, so it was waiting to fill in like 50, so I just filled in as 50 plus the thing for the subscription. Is it supposed to be higher? It's probably supposed to be higher, right?
Yes. It's currently 28.
Okay.
Well,
actually, I checked that last night. It actually matches what the sheets are saying.
Okay.
Oh,
so you are very unlucky.
I'm so annoyed that everyone succeeded but me, and I missed by 5.
I mean, if you spend the luck, no, I'm just kidding.
I can't. It's a luck roll.
Spend luck on luck rolls.
I know. I'm just messing.
Sorry, I'm just going to. I think the sheet's actually clicked onto hard success. That's why it's clicked up as hard success instead of. So it's saying 28 instead of 50.
Oh,
whatever.
56. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be 56 luck. Okay.
So,
I was going. It's like how do we have lower luck than Molgars?
Wait.
For now.
Okay. Mine's right then.
I was gonna ask later, like what I should set my base. Well.
Okay. Well, while you're doing that, let's see. As you get up and everyone else moves around, how do you move the vision? Outside the window, you see someone.
Well, I've been
So just-
watching.
Luis? Oh, it was yeah.
Sorry, objects and tokens. Oh, I put on the wrong layer. All right, we'll just do it this way. Objects and tokens.
Bing.
It makes sense for Tatiana to be the one to fail it, as she's the one who gets up, right?
There's a man.
So Tatiana gets up. She's
Okay.
like, she sees him through the window. Can she roll a psychology on him? Does he look hostile?
You saw this person earlier.
No, yeah, but does he look hostile now?
Yeah, roll psychology.
Can I get a vibe check on this man? What's his vibes?
Yeah. Vibe check. Quick vibe
Not
check.
hostile, but following.
Oh, wait, can I get a beat on who he's looking at?
He's looking at all of you.
I make eyes at Rosa. I get up to go to the bathroom to snoop around this man's house, and I like gesture to the window, and I tell her I kind of gesture before, like as she like kind of like gets up, she's like, "Oh, I have to go to the bathroom too." I'm like, "No, you should probably stay and keep an eye on this man."
You made eye contact with De Mendoza, didn't you? And De Mendoza saw you, didn't he? You locked eyes together.
Oh, probably.
Yes, you did.
I think I'm drunk enough that I wasn't subtle.
Yeah. On seeing
unless I can do
you
a
see
stealth.
him.
Unless I can do a stealth. But
If you do a stealth, it's going to be extreme because you're drunk.
yeah, I'm gonna try it just because
And
I would
also you took
rather.
the penalty
I would,
die.
I would rather try it just because I do have
Okay.
stealth.
All right.
I have 42 stealth.
Oh.
That's a 16. Ah, so close.
You can spend 8 luck.
I was going to say that.
I think I'm gonna spend 8 luck. I'm gonna spend 8 luck so he doesn't see me. Notice him. Yeah, I think that's worth it.
You see him.
Yeah, well, because I think if he knows I'm onto him, he might turn hostile. Whereas if we have the upper hand and like Rosa can kind of alert everybody else without him knowing that we know, I think that that's better. Actually, I'm gonna alert Aveline instead.
Poor choice, darling. Okay.
I don't know how you're going to do it, Aveline.
Yeah. What are you
Considering
gonna
that
do?
it's Jack following you.
Rosa is the one following me. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I hit that instead of edit it. It's hard to make these decisions in the moment. I think Rosa is the person who I alert just because she was the one who was trying to follow me. I think I say like no, stay, and then I like gesture to Rosa. But like I'm like be subtle about it. Don't look at him. But there's someone at the window.
Yeah, because he spent the luck, De Mendoza is looking down to make sure he doesn't step in the flower bed.
Oh no! I'm not trying to.
No, that's what he's still
wait. Wait. Sorry. I was trying to alert Rosa. I was spending the luck to not let him know that I saw him.
Yeah.
Not. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Now
Cool.
I'm touching things. Now it's my turn.
So he doesn't know that I saw him. Rosa knows that I saw him.
Also, don't forget if you pass any role to check your skills, so you can actually use that to level up on the next level up.
Okay. Cool.
Does that count with ones you spend luck to succeed, or do you have to raw succeed?
Raw succeed is what I'm aware of. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So
that is the
passed,
rules. That's why I was just checking.
Yep.
I need to uncheck everything because I have things checked from what I put points into, just because that's how I do my character sheets, just to know what I put points into.
Yep, that's fine.
I passed something just now.
Okay.
That wasn't the.
So either way, De Mendoza is just listening at the window, not trying to make a thing of it, but
he doesn't know that I know that he's there.
Exactly. So Tatiana sees what's going on. And as this is talking on, Sanchez continues talking. He's like, as you know, Alejandro, Rizzo is probably our best Spanish translator of that period. So she's at the moment translating the document so that we can actually have a good read of it. And Rizzo said she was able to get that done by tomorrow, so henceforth we had the meeting. But if you want to go and speak to her now, she's still at her lodgings near the museum. So if you want to, you can go and speak to her now and get it all done so you know what's going on. Or again, we can leave it till tomorrow.
I mean, we've already disturbed one person in the middle of the night. Do we feel like it's necessary to disturb another?
Of course.
Oh, foolish of me to ask to the group as a whole. Let me try again. I look towards the professor.
Does anyone actually have eyes on their Mendoza at the moment? I would say Mentirosa would. Because
I think he's to my back, so I wouldn't see him.
Yeah. Snoozy, would your character have... He was here at the word of where Trinidad Rizzo was. You can see the Mendoza starting to walk away.
If I spotted him, I could also have seen him, but...
Well, actually, did you spot him because you would have eyes on the window?
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at the front door and windows. That's why I'm...
All right, so yeah, you would actually see Mendoza starting to walk away now.
Excuse me, I just gotta go see a man about a dog.
What dog? I'm afraid there are 3 people that have had too much to drink.
And you hear but as I say that, you hear the click of a something being loaded or armed.
Oh yes, absolutely. Could I actually before I think, could I have Sidney roll a psychology check to see if she has any idea what he's implying?
Yeah.
Because I mean, loading a gun is pretty unsubtle, but I'm kind of checking if we're all in danger or if he's just doing something nuts.
Yeah, well, it's like yeah.
Imagine Tatiana and Jack kind of pass each other in the hall and sort of nod.
Are you currently in edit mode for your sheet?
No, I'm not. So I don't know what just happened there. I'll try and fix it after.
That's all right. Either way, no, you just think he's drunk.
Oh, the term "say a man about a dog" also means go buy some booze, but.
I mean, it mostly means pee, right?
No, that's iron my shoes.
I will say, Professor, unless you have any reason to believe that she's in danger, I don't. And you're clearly fine at the moment. I mean, keep away as maybe sleep with a bat? I don't know.
And just curious, Snoozy, do you give any indication to the other people in the room that Mendoza's there?
No, I'm cool.
Okay. So the only people that know that there's a potential danger are not saying anything. We have great group dynamic right off the bat.
We don't know each other.
I mean, I'm like...
But we all might die, so you know.
I'm probably like... Look at that.
I like to think that Jack and Tatiana kind of nod at each other in the hall as they pass, as Tatiana goes to snoop off in the house and Jack goes to kill a man.
What is that?
Well, the thing is, Rosa does know Sidney. That's why I'm kind of sitting here going, like, why are you not telling Sidney there might be a problem?
Then the next thing you hear is the front door open, and Jack calls out, "Hey, Mendoza! Forget something? Heard enough? What's going on?"
Okay, it seems like maybe there's an issue.
With that, Tatiana does stop and kind of turn around.
Oh, but Mendoza's here?
Apparently. Should we maybe adjourn this meeting for now? And you'll see.
Sidney already has her gun out and is now, like, heading out the door.
Demondo's is not stopping. He's just running towards the fence line. So if you want to try to get him, all right, we'll go into initiative.
Let's try.
How much are going to be
Alright.
doing a chase? Where the there it
He's
is.
attacking?
No, he's leaving. He's trying. I think he's going to go run
Trying to
down Rizzo.
Psychology.
So then,
Roll it if you want.
I mean, yep.
Unbelievable.
You still got your one set to hard, so
I have what? Oh, I do have it set to hard. Wait.
there you go.
You have 90 in psychology? Oh my god.
I have 90. I was like,
She
I
reads
didn't
people.
get anything close to...
Okay, you can do a reroll. Fix that. There you go.
oh dang!
Yes,
Thank
the
you.
Mendoza heard the name and where the person is, and is attempting to run to get to, Trinidad Rizzo. Okay, so movement of 8, 4, 100.
You share with the class, Rosa?
Stop, come back.
So to do initiative, do we do turn tracker or
Turn tracker,
This would
yes.
only be about, I'd only be
Okay.
about like here, I guess, actually.
Where is turn tracker?
This all happened very fast.
It's under combat.
Yes, there we go. I didn't select my token, so that probably helps.
Turn tracker.
Oh yeah, it's always so
Wahaha.
isn't it?
Oh, I'll move it back because I think it's worse for me to be over here.
So who we're
Wait.
missing? We're missing.
But I did hard success him.
Dang, you guys so fast. Tatiana, what the heck?
Yeah,
cow.
I got 90 decks, baby.
It's all about.
She's a
fair.
demon. She's a track star. She's gonna run. She ain't going far.
Phoenix, have you clicked your character and done your initiative?
Yes, I did, but now I'm having connectivity.
Okay,
Oh.
I'll do it for you if you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's not as if it's a random roll. It's just your dex.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 90, but go ahead.
Oof. So
Go ahead.
Broken window, I'm assuming.
I'm just do that quickly. Alejandro. Okay, well, while I'm getting this ready.
If only I had a Molotov cocktail.
If
I'm
only.
gonna presume that Tatiana goes first with the 90.
Yeah,
It's a good presumption.
Tatiana, and then it will go.
No, we have at least one Molotov down.
I don't think there's much left of it.
No.
just as
No, I'm pretty sure there's not.
It's more of a Molotov suggestion instead of a cocktail.
It's a Molotov mocktail at this point.
Yeah, it's
I'm dead.
Virgin.
I'm dead. I'm dying. I'm dead.
Oh no, she's dead.
I'm
There
dead.
she goes. Rip. Will she
Okay.
come back alive before the turn starts? That's the real question. Oh, she's
Okay.
back.
Close enough. All right,
I'm
there's
back.
Alejandro.
Ooh, Alejandro
All right.
Garcia also runs very fast.
All right, I'm just going to go to Tatiana. Okay. So
Although I guess I'm tied with Alejandro.
yeah, so we'll go in Tatiana and then Alejandro to start with.
Okay, because Tatiana knows what's going on. So how far can I run with 90 decks?
I think your movement
It's movement.
is
Wherever you
Next
want
to your
to go,
turn tracker.
baby.
your movement
Turn
is
tracker.
9
Movement is 9.
Yeah.
So what does that mean?
9 meters or 9 yards.
Meter yards.
So I'm gonna do.
Oh, we're metric here in Call of Cthulhu?
Meter yards are a highly accurate measurement there.
Well, that's what the thing said.
I'm gonna move to
Pathfinder
here.
is, firmly
And then
empirical. Like,
That's 7 meters. How far can I shoot is the question. Probably more than 7 meters, huh?
Yeah.
15 yards, which is more than 7 meters. I think.
Why are you shooting?
Yeah.
Yeah, shoot him. Get him.
You can
Yeah,
shoot him without
he's
any-
running away after getting information that we need. Tatiana's shooting.
Shoot him.
She's not shooting to kill. She's
Shoot-
not shooting to kill. She's just
shoot
shooting to
him.
disable.
Shoot the
I wanna shoot him- I
bodyguard of
wanna-
our employer. Get him.
Here's the thing.
Shoot that creep.
Tatiana can't run more than 9 meters, right? Unless there's like a dash action. And
So, sorry, just to note, you can move up to your movement in, I believe it's whatever the metric is, but it's like if you're doing a separate action, like trying to shoot or hit somebody, that's what you do. If you're trying to just move your whole turn, it's 5 times your movement.
Whoa.
oh, well, so here's the thing. I would be
that's
trying
all
to
you
tackle
do.
him. Oh, okay, I would be trying to
That would
tackle
still be,
him.
you have to do an action to attack him. That would be, like, you wouldn't
Okay.
be able to tackle him. You'd just be trying to keep up with him.
So what if I
That's
wanna
you just
shoot him at- so-
sprint.
Okay, I usually play kind of fast and loose with combat. So like, I want to shoot him in the knee.
All right, called shot. That'll be a hard one.
Yeah, it's probably not. It's probably gonna miss, but I think I get 3 shots. So let's see how this goes.
If you go past one shot, I think there's a penalty dice for each shot afterwards. Is that correct?
Oh, okay.
Leon?
Then let's just go.
Every
Let's just go
shot
for
is
the
a penalty.
one.
dice.
Yeah, it's a penalty die.
Unless you're a ranger, and then it's not as bad.
Let's just go for this one hard shot. Try and shoot
All right.
him.
Sorry.
Just trying to shoot him. Just trying to, or like not necessarily exactly, and then you're just trying to shoot him in the leg.
All right.
I imagine it's still a hard shot, but
You can do it.
Nope.
Ooh, no.
You want to spend that luck?
That would be a lot of luck to spend. So no. That is Tatiana's turn. That's a warning. She calls out. She does use. She goes, Luis, that is a warning shot. You better stop running, or I am going to get you. That is not a that is not a warning. That is a threat.
This is a threat shot.
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing, Luis. You do not want to see what happens when Jack gets his guns out. He has many.
So true.
And that's your turn, is it?
That's her turn.
Also, before I forget, if you ready a firearm, that's plus 50 dex to your next turn. Oh, shooting in general, 127. All right, let me just check this. So, Alejandro, you're next.
Would that mean that I had 50 dex to my turn? Because I was
You ready a firearm before we went into
was
combat?
loading it as I
Yeah.
walked out.
Yeah, you should have added 50.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
Yeah, it is ready firearm, so you have to be preparing it. Like, you can't
Yeah.
just pull out a gun and
I know.
just do it.
Yeah. So yeah, if it's ready,
Yeah.
if it's readied because before we're in the combat, then yes, you can do. You can do. You
I'm
can
good.
move now if
I'm
you
good.
want. No, you called it. So
Jump in now.
But no, my action's not to use my gun.
Okay, then never mind.
That-
All right, then.
I wasn't shooting. I was just someone
all right.
else.
Well,
shooting.
Alejandro, what's your action? You're in front of a window, which is sufficiently breakable.
Or open.
Yeah, I'm going through a window. I'm gonna open the window and jump out.
All right. You jump out. Do you want to get close to Mendoza, or do you want to?
As close
Oh,
as I
oh.
can.
Yeah.
But
Oh, you
I
can't
don't-
actually get through, so I can do that for you. So you can get to about close. How's that work for you?
Yeah.
All right. And what do you want to do from there?
Stop, you sadistic puta.
Ooh.
Oh.
What'd you say, Buddha?
I
All
don't
right,
suggest
are you-
Google searching that one. But
No, are you doing a tackle or a
Yeah,
hold?
Google search puta.
It doesn't really matter as far as my stats, because I suck at both of these. So a hold.
Puta madre.
All right, so that's a strength check, correct, Dion?
It would be if he's trying to grapple him. That's a fighting maneuver, so it'd be a brawl
Okay.
check, and then an
Alright.
opposed brawl to get out.
All right, so
It's not gonna go well. No.
failure. Actually,
I won by more.
think that's a success on Alejandro, correct?
It's only yep.
Wow.
You somehow you get him.
Right?
You hold on to him, and he looks at you surprised.
Yeah.
Okay.
For a little midget.
Miss Baker.
Shocked and appalled, I rush around the side of the table. I'm just gonna move. Like I'm only moving. So I'm gonna do because it's gonna take my full movement to even get out. Like this is where it'll get me. Doing
There's
my
the
full
window.
5 times. I'm not going through the window. I am
It's
a
unladylike.
It is unladylike and uncouth, and I will ruin my shoes going through this man's flower bed. No, I will exit out the front door like a civilized person. So I exit out the front door like a civilized person, and that's as far as I can go. I'm so slow, guys, so that's as far as I can get.
Okay. All right. Sidney Tyson.
Leon.
Sydney has no such reservations.
Yeah, get him.
So she would like to get out the window here. And if she sees is like, did you tackled Mendoza to the ground basically, right? Phoenix?
No, I just grabbed him. I did not tackle. I just
okay. Sydney's going to, I think for right now, because she doesn't want to shoot Alejandro, she doesn't really know him yet.
Yeah,
so she's going to hold
anybody.
judgment. I know Rosa. I don't want to shoot Rosa either. Sydney doesn't like shooting people. It's just sometimes necessary. So she's instead going to take her turn, just basically there, point and be ready to shoot at. Basically telling Mendoza, like, don't move, but readies her shot, but doesn't shoot yet. So she's aiming this turn. So I hopefully get a bonus die next turn.
Yep, and that means you've got plus 50 to your dex for next turn. Since it's a ready shot.
It's now his turn. Does he give up?
No. As you look at De Mendoza, I wasn't expecting to use this.
Oh no!
Sandy check already?
Possibly.
No.
Is he an evil cultist?
Never.
Is he an evil cultist?
Absolutely not.
I don't trust him.
I don't trust anybody in this group.
Oh, no one does.
Yeah.
I don't trust anybody except the other lady who loves vodka.
Hey.
Sydney is most offended.
Listen, you're a lady, but you don't love vodka. You're no lady to me.
Have you
Well,
heard
there
about
goes our business partnership.
Have you heard about what the overconsumption of vodka does to one's liver?
Have you? It's the 1920s.
You know, that's an
have
excellent
not.
question.
I'm actively
They did actually know
not.
about the damage.
Yeah, I think they knew it
Interesting.
damaged it, but they didn't know like how much to damage it. Does that make sense?
It
They're just like, oh,
preserves
cool.
I mean, they mixed like only 30 years before they mixed all of their drugs with it.
Oh no, not
All right.
that. Yeah, you went for the time.
Tuberculosis.
Sorry, I had to get an
Osis,
image ready, which I wasn't
osis.
expecting to use today.
Oh,
Oh God.
All right,
Love
so-
that. Love to hear that.
So Alejandro, as you look closely at De Mendoza, he looks at you, does a quick eyebrow raise, and then all of a sudden you see his mouth open up to a giant circle filled with teeth.
Ah!
Cool. I don't feel bad about. I no longer feel bad about shooting him.
Holy F.
That's horrible. That's grotesque.
That's
Dental
great.
bills must be outrageous
That's some
for all those.
Lamprey shit right there.
Uh-huh. And he is going to.
You're wondering how they got the fat out of them.
Mm-hmm.
We were.
The good thing Tatiana is so skinny.
I'm too
Since
safe.
you attacking from the back, Alejandro, I would say he can't get you this turn, but he's going to try to do a grab maneuver to maneuver you around to the front.
That brawler strength for me.
That would be, I would say, brawl.
Okay.
Not one you want to fail. Thank God.
You succeed. He can't grab onto you.
I'm
Somehow
too short.
he's.
I'm too short.
Yeah, he's not used
But
to
it was-
battling a child, more or less. Someone about the child's size, like, oh, gotta reach down to pick you up. And
Does
I'm holding on to a
sanity check
leg.
with him doing that?
what was that?
Do we
Sorry,
have to
was
make a sanity check with the fact that his mouth just went
I will.
lamprey on us?
I am checking that now.
Upsetting, but
Actually.
it's not like sanity check upsetting.
Oh, who
No.
actually? Oh, the only person who was seeing it was everyone looking at it, apart from Mentirosa and.
I mean, I just tried to shoot the guy. I presume I'm looking at him.
Okay, everyone who's looking at him, which is pretty much Jack,
Alright.
Hunt, Petrovna, Baker, Tyson, and Alejandro.
Can
Roll sanity check.
Can I make a petition for Tatiana that she is so sloshed, even though she shot at him, I don't think she's
Oh.
even looking that direction.
Oh heck yeah!
I here's the thing. I want to be looking at him because I want to shoot him 3 times next time.
Oh,
Yeah,
I tried.
nice.
You're not fully looking at him, like. Look.
Yeah, I'm like cockeyed. I'm like, oh, is he English?
He's got a strange accent, that one.
The
Okay,
dentals.
Hijo de diablo.
everyone who succeeded, no sanity loss. Everyone who failed, 1d6. Takes 5
Ooh.
sanity loss.
Goodbye. We're starting
Ooh.
the slow climb down, kids.
That was
Tatiana,
That's an
here's
intelligence
the thing.
check, too.
Tatiana was
Yep.
looking at him. She's just so sloshed that she's fine because she got a
Guys.
hard success on that
All right.
side.
Thank you,
Sit.
vodka.
Oh, good!
We
I go
understand what's going
temporarily
on.
Sydney.
Oh, yay!
I'm right there with you, buddy. You want to freak
You
out? I'm
shoot
freaking out.
Hey, buddy. No.
Remember all those skill points that I got? And I was going like, oh, hey, this is
Mhm.
fun. This is the
Same,
cost of
you-
them.
I know, right? That's what you got the skill points. I got the skill points. Oh, see me.
and this is why being dumb is a benefit in Call of Cthulhu.
It is. Oh, it 100% is. I
Mhm.
was.
We're
This is why I
drunk.
said Sydney's not going to live.
I don't expect
no.
I'm gonna try to get Aveline to live a while, but I have some serious doubts.
Sydney, you're fine. Listen, calm down.
All right.
We've done this before.
Okay, Sydney.
And Sydney, you get something special.
Hijo de
You
diablo.
flee in panic, so you can't approach for the next D110. So
You go back in that window. So help me.
2 rounds. Could have been worse.
Okay, so am I actively running away right now, or
On your turn, you can actively run away.
okay? Darn it! And I was all ready to shoot.
I know. That's why I didn't like that one.
It's better. It's
And-
better than a homicidal.
Yes, actually.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if I turn homicidal. That'd be swell. I got.
You were saying?
No, no.
Shut up.
Red mist
Shut.
descends and explodes in a spree of uncontrolled violence and destruction directed at their surroundings. Allies of foes alike for 1d10 rounds.
Does
Well,
Aveline have a gun?
No, but you're about to find some fun things out about Aveline. So give that a second. 7 rounds, yeah. Oh no, guys.
Does the surroundings include? Do the surroundings include the lamprey monster?
Oh no, guys. Oh no.
Well, we can roll to figure it out.
Okay. She's a scrapper.
Hey, I'm so sorry. Because I think you're gonna probably get shot by Tatiana, Aveline.
I can treat my own wounds. I know what I'm about.
I don't know that you're gonna get to survive to do that.
We'll see. We'll try.
We're gonna find out.
Okay.
That's just my prediction. But...
All right. Good. And it's Mr. Hunt's turn next.
So his name?
Jack.
Yeah.
Done together.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be taunting the keeper in combat if I were you. This is just a personal experience thing.
Yeah, I know. Move up there. Point blank range shotgun. Into that mouth.
Okay. Roll.
So is that
shotgun point blank range? Do you have it there?
Well, I do, but it's like, is that an extra dice for being point blank range?
You get a bonus die with it if you're in point blank range, yeah.
And you also have a bonus dice because it's technically outnumbered with Alejandro still there.
No.
So 2 bonus dice.
And again, was it 2 bonus dice, you say?
And 1 more.
Yep.
Might want to spend a luck point.
I'll spend a luck point, 1 single luck point, to get it from 61 to 60.
That 1 luck point is clutch, you know.
All right, so roll.
It's not the buckshot; it's the slug.
All right, so roll that damage.
Give me a moment to get the dice roller, set that up.
It did roll the damage.
No.
Oh.
Does it do piercing?
No, you did not get an extreme.
Oh my god, all
You need
that.
an extreme success for it to do.
All that for 8 points
You
of
had a
damage.
10 originally for your sheet. You should have gone with that.
Well, actually, it was
Oh yeah, it should be 10. That's the roll.
Yeah, it should be.
Yay, 10.
Because
Better than 8.
I'm just trying to think, because you did point blank with the 10 gauge, so 1d10 plus 7 it should be.
Yeah, which is that 10.
No, because that's 1d10 plus 6.
Okay, so it's 11.
So that'll be 11, which is weird. All right, so 11 damage on those. So take away 11.
As long as it wasn't me.
Oof.
How's it looking?
Oh, no, it is 10. It's 10 gauge. It's the first one.
Okay.
12 gauge, not 10.
There we go.
That was right. I did it right. Don't question my ability to put the weapons in.
I will question it.
I can kill anything if I try hard enough.
Looking at him, Jack Hunt, is pretty much, you see him walk up closer to him, not a dead bone, sticks the shotgun right into the Mendoza's lamprey mouth and fires.
Yeah.
And you see half of the face is blown off. The other half of the face is looking at you.
So where I come from, if people threaten you or they harm you, you shoot them.
That's
Look over to Alejandro. Alejandro, you don't let them hurt you or scrape you.
And a guttural groan of fury comes from De Mendoza.
Ooh.
And that's your turn, is it? Is it Karsh?
That's everything I've got.
All right, and Mentirosa next.
Ooh. What do we know so far about everything?
We just had a
He's taking a shotgun to the face and he's still alive.
Okay, he's not good.
Yeah, that checks out, I feel. I feel like that definitely checks out. Yeah. You're not good.
Something's not right with this guy. Call it female intuition.
I'm calling it something.
That's why she's
Something's not right with this guy.
that's why she's the mentalist. She sees into the future. That's
I'm like,
the peak of her skills.
This guy is not right.
No, I didn't put Jackson Elias on the turn counter. That's me, silly.
I wanna. Oh, I have like terrible damage. Oh, is Jackson? Okay, I could.
No, I just put Jackson in next because I forgot to put him in.
Okay.
And you can assume that once gunshots have been fired, Sanchez runs to the bedroom door and closes it.
Okay, I want to do like an occult. I'll do like an occult and be like, occult isn't real, but this guy's acting like it's real. Let me just check on this.
Extreme success.
Sorry,
The extreme success.
Yeah, extreme success. This ain't right. You've seen things in your crystal ball and all that stuff, but this isn't natural.
Y'all, I mean, this ain't natural. This dude ain't natural.
He ain't natural. That sums him up. This dude ain't natural.
No one should be able to take that amount of damage and still stay alive.
Yeah.
What can I do that's attack?
You don't need to attack. It's
You
called
don't need to.
Cthulhu.
You could do other things too.
It makes me feel better. I got a gun with a lot of bullets in it and 3 shots worth. So like,
I kind of wanna slip him something. Like sleight of hand, like
Flip who something.
go out and like slip him something, like
do that,
Like
Maul.
like that Molotov, like slip it into his inner pocket.
Well,
while your
You can
friends are there?
spend this. Give me a luck roll, and you can use this action to make Molly. Okay, you make a Molotov cocktail out of alcohol and your scarf.
Alcohol and
You're
willpower.
all going to die.
We're all going to die.
Remember when I said we weren't going to burn down part of Lima?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Is it? Wait, sorry. I'm presuming that as of right now, it's an unlit Molotov cocktail.
It's an unlit Molotov cocktail at the moment. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
At the moment, that could change.
As of right now,
Your
unlit.
action at the moment is you've jammed the.
And I'm sleight of handing my way into slipping it into his pocket.
Into whose pocket? Mendoza.
The unnatural one.
You need to actually get to Mendoza, slip it to his pocket first, so you need to actually move.
Long way away from you.
Oh. I have to move. I can just move.
You've done
right?
your action to.
Can you move that far?
Can I?
I think a movement
Well,
is of 8.
You probably get to where Sydney is.
Yeah, probably get to. Yeah, if you go out the window, you'll be able to get to where Sydney is.
So I can't.
You
slip
can-
it to him?
You can't slip into it at this turn.
But I have the.
You could
lucky-
probably slip it to him and then light it and throw it next turn. But you also have to keep in mind that we have friends next to him, probably.
And also remember, we're in a residential area. You are randomly
what are you
doing a
talking
massive
about?
amount of fire in the middle of a residential area.
I didn't even want to shoot, but Tatiana started.
Yeah, like
Ew.
crazy.
but was Tatiana wrong though?
Yeah.
But was Tatiana wrong though? He's a lamprey monster. He needs to die.
I mean, when you put it like that.
Okay, I think that's everything for you. Now it's Tatiana's turn.
So if I move up to point blank range, does that the bonus die still apply to a revolver?
I'm honestly not sure about that. Eon? Is
It
that
does, yes.
Okay,
Point
cool.
blank range is 1/5 of your 1/5 of your dexterity in. guard.
Oh, beautiful. My dexterity of 90. So I would like to shoot
It'll
3
be 18
times.
yards.
So I would like to shoot 3 times. So it would ideally cancel out the penalty. So I would just shoot straight 3 times then, right?
It would cancel it out. You would get a bonus die on your first roll, but then you would get the penalty die on your second and 2 penalty die on your third shot. Each consecutive shot gives you an additional penalty die.
Take that. I'll take that. I will take that chance. Okay, so a regular with a bonus die, and then a penalty die, and then a second penalty die on the third. I think it's worth it for this to shoot point blank on this guy. So that is a failure, but with a bonus. That is a
Oh.
which is a success. So I do 1d10 plus 2, I think.
It's already there, 8.
It does have damage there of 8.
Oh, cool, 8 damage. So let's do that again. But this time with a penalty.
With that shot, he's down. Oh, sorry.
Oh, cool. Well, that's anticlimactic. Tatiana goes, das Vidanya, and shoots him in the face.
Okay, we're out of turn combat now.
Now,
Well, Sidney is still sprinting back basically through the window, and I
Yeah.
believe that Aveline is still destroying everything around her.
I am just, you see like a sheen of sweat over the brow, like shaking hard, just like beating around the area. Like if there's anything close by, I'm just like beating at it and going, no, just like having a moment in the corner.
No, the war's over. It's all good. It's like there's nothing to be afraid of. Well,
Bombs.
Can I roll a psychology on Aveline?
Yeah.
But freaking out.
Well, I mean, because isn't she like homicidal for 7 rounds? Like, is that still happening?
Yeah, it's still happening.
Oh yeah. Get close enough and you'll find. Get close enough, you'll
So
find out.
that's why I want to know if Tatiana knows, is what I'm trying to figure out.
and I'm just gonna hold everyone back just in case.
Be like, you just hear they're coming.
Yeah, Tatiana
They're not
knows.
coming.
Tatiana knows that she's homicidal.
They're not coming. Just calm down, breathe.
You see Aveline reach down by, you see she's wearing boots. From a boot, you hear a chink, and you see her armed with a scalpel.
Oh, okay. And this bitch thought that I was crazy. This bitch thought that I was crazy. She's trying to kill us.
I'm not killing anyone yet, but you don't want to get too close because you will enter my area of attack. That's not it.
Put it away. Go to your happy place. Happy thoughts.
After about 7 rounds.
After approximately 7 rounds.
About 7 rounds. Whatever that looks like for you. You'll see the tremors start dying down. You just see her start like naming off things that are close around. And just like she just sits down and drops the scalpel.
Now, while that's going on, can someone quickly search this guy? Because we're gonna have to get the hell out of here.
There's a lot.
Yeah, Tatiana is gonna roll a spot hidden on this guy's body. That is a big failure. Big old, real bad big failure.
Does his face go back to normal?
Real nasty failure.
Can I say about this time Sidney has made her way back to the residence from having run away? due to her insanity, and is looking shaken and basically comes over to the body. If this is okay, MLP, she basically is going to look at the body, and even though it's dead, she just wants to, like, fire a couple of times, like, into the corpse.
Cops, no.
What? It's like you guys have never seen a lamprey mouth before.
Cops,
Kiss and lampreys?
stop it.
Is that what they do in Russia?
We need to get...
Oh.
If there's anything he's got, get it off him, and we need to go. Did his face change back?
Ooh.
What's left of his face, yes.
That's an issue.
I want his sword.
Done with that.
Face.
We might need to go. Or might need to...
Snoozy, the way
You
you
might
said
want to go
that.
and check on Professor Sanchez, maybe?
Yeah, that's also
Hear
another
this
idea.
from Jackson Elias. He's seen what's going on. He doesn't believe it himself. And says, we might want to check on on Sanchez. Quick, get everyone in here.
Tatiana, I think is Tatiana sober now?
I think seeing that, yes.
Okay, Tatiana goes to Mr. Sanchez, I think at this point, and she bangs on his door, and she goes, "Open up, you fucking coward!"
While that's happening, Sidney would like to just quickly try and loot over the body. Because, like, if Alejandro's taking the sword, cool, but she'd like to just look over anything else.
Got any cool
Okay.
stuff in the pockets?
All right, roll me a spot hidden, please.
How cool are his shoes? Are his shoes cooler than my shoes? Because they could be mine.
Those shoes could be my shoes.
With that roll, you see the chest moving. Sidney.
I'm shooting it.
Stop shooting!
If I see the chest moving, I'm
Karsh is
shooting his
dead.
chest.
Stop shooting! Noise!
All right,
The
roll.
thing that it just had its head didn't have and still lived is moving still.
I'm stabbing it with its own sword.
That's quiet.
Yeah, the sword is quiet, so it's fine.
He knows what he's doing.
All right,
That's
yeah.
quiet.
So you attack with the sword. It stops breathing.
Noise. Like, where?
How sharp's that sword? How sharp is that sword? Because I just want to start cutting this thing to pieces. If we don't want the police involved, cut into pieces, bury the body.
Jackson
Absolutely.
Elias yells for you to
Absolutely.
hurry up. Sanchez has something in his stomach.
Cut me a fourth. I'll start chopping.
Sanchez has
I'll,
what?
I'll start chopping my fourth.
His
I
stomach is
want to
moving.
talk to Sanchez now.
Yeah, you can go
Hearing-
into You can go to Sanchez now.
That's why I was like, open up, you coward. Like,
Oh, the door's-
Tatiana goes,
Is the door
yeah, that's what I was
open?
like, okay, because
Yeah, he's
Sanchez locked
outside the
himself in
room
his.
now.
Okay, I'm like, you're
And
going,
Jackson
like,
Elias is with him.
okay, Tatiana goes, look, you're going to tell us everything you know right now. You're going to give us every piece of information you have on Inca. You're going to give us every piece on the Inca. You are going to give us every piece of information you have on the Karisia. You're going to give it every piece of information you have in the cult. I don't care if it's an original copy. You are giving it to us now. I don't care if it's an original, because you know what? And she says, and she stops and she says, because that man out there turned into a lamprey, and he asked for you. He wanted you specifically. He was going to kill you.
See?
He was going to
Aveline,
eat your
did you-
face.
Head into the into the house.
Hearing that there's a medical emergency, it kind of snaps her out of it. She will re-grab the scalpel, still out, because she's still a little freaked out. We'll
Yep.
head into the house and head over to where the room is.
Yep. And as you get closer to him, you see a white secretion around Sanchez's mouth. And he
So
said,
I
someone
need you
was
to.
waiting for me. They kissed me and I felt something go down my throat. Help.
I
And
need
that's where we'll leave it for tonight.
Oh God! I need you to not panic. That's the sense. I need you to not panic.
Oh God.
And that's where we'll leave it tonight. So who went into the house? This is just...
Just looks like
Save
Aveline
him
and
from
Tatiana.
the face hugger.
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah,
you
just it was
say
no,
something?
and also Rosa, because Rosa I think was I think
Would
Rosa was
Rosa
in the
have gone
house
in?
with Tatiana, right?
Would you have gone in, Rosa, to talk to help Sanchez?
Yeah.
Not to. I think Rosa was in the house to threaten Sanchez with Tatiana.
I was just running around wherever I saw chaos. I was like, "Hey, you!"
Look,
Stop.
Tatiana went in there with a plan to threaten Sanchez and then was surprised. So
I was following anyone who seemed like they had a plan for anything. Running back and forth, you know how one does.
Okay. So, how did everyone enjoy
Oh,
that?
how good at field surgery is the nurse?
Real good.
Good.
Medically, real good.
Loves the shots. Loves the damage of alcohol.
Oh man, we got a face hugger.
yep. My favorite Call of Cthulhu scenario that I've ever run is has a tummy infestation thing happening. So this is very reminiscent of that.
I got something funny in my tummy.
No.
Funny in my tummy.
Oh boy. Let's do our outros.
I was pouring my seltzers into my
Oh boy.
vintage
Let's do our outros.
measuring cup, which was very fun. And like my character is like she drinks to
Excess.
dull her extra normal senses. So she's always a little bit drunk and like that was perfect.
Your keeper will remember this.
So that's our first episode. We all meet in a bar.
Yeah.
It can only get worse.
We didn't die.
Didn't die.
Yet.
First insanity. Didn't expect that one. And first person murdered.
Person.
Fine.
Wow.
We haven't killed any people yet.
If he comes back to life, then we're okay. Then he's not murdered.
Yeah.
Well, also, that you have to define person.
Well, the
True.
problem is the
Person
police
is the
define
key.
that. We don't get to do that.
They just have to find the body. It's fine.
That is true.
He'll be out of town in 3 days.
Only
Yes, but
3
this
days.
Well-
so far.
We did just kill our employer's bodyguard, so I don't know if we're gonna be out of town in 3 days. We'll see.
And
Could be
Do
2
we have to
days.
tell him?
guns
We
very
might have
loud.
just done the best thing for our employer we could possibly do.
As long
I
as
mean-
somebody guards the body, who cares if the body is guarded, you know?
Guns very loud.
Guns
Just-
very loud.
It's the 1920s. It's fine.
Straight up go out there and shoot. It's like, no! Loudness.
You were lowering the gun before I shot.
I was. It was a threat. It wasn't a shot.
He was running before he wouldn't have heard.
Oh boy. Let's do our outros. Molgars, you can do first. We'll do it across there again.
Hi, I am Molly Molgars, Molgars. You can find me at molgars.tumblr.com or at please send cash on Twitter. Yes, that is actually my Twitter handle. Yes, that is the thing that you can do if you want to. I don't have a place you can do that, but like, I don't know, feel free. Try it. I'll toss it up. Just send me money. I don't know. Send it off to somebody else. Please don't actually do that. That's not what this is here for. I'm just having a laugh.
I was just thinking I've got to update the credits folder actually. Put in the, as your
Oh yeah.
Phoenix.
Hi, my name is Phoenix. I have been playing Alejandro Garcia, our mauled little short guy who got really lucky today, holding on to a lamprey leg and not getting eaten or shot
Oh,
or burned.
you are so lucky on that
Oh,
one.
Yep.
yes. Yes.
She's so
But anyway,
lucky.
you can find me here
She's a
or
star.
on River's Blood, Year of Darkness over on Roll20, where I play a vampire. I get to suck blood instead of being sucked.
Sounds so wrong, but yeah. Okay. Eon?
Hi, I am Eon, and you can find me kind of on Twitch occasionally. I stream weekly, different things. I'm alternating between a fun game called Xenoverse and a kind of scary game you might have heard of, Alien Isolation. It's not been that bad so far, but you know,
Just
catch
wait.
me streaming Thursdays in the evening.
MLP will go for you.
Okay. Hello, I'm MrLiveProducer. I have been your keeper for this interesting. This point, what you have planned, what the players do. Here's the window. That's pretty much what it felt like today. And I'm enjoying every moment of it. You can usually catch me on twitch.tv/MrLiveProducer, where I do VR content, and I might make my Tuesday streams a game prep stream. So if you want to have a sort of an idea what I'm doing for the next game, I might do those on stream.
Which
So,
you
yeah.
did last night. I went, oh, yeah, get to sleep. And I'm not looking at all. So, yeah. Snoozy?
Oh, I'm Snoozy. I'm playing someone who's accidentally better at something that they really shouldn't be good at because they're drinking too much. And that has nothing to do with my real life. And I'm playing this role-playing game, and goodbye. I'm done.
Okay.
Like it. And scene.
And see.
And go, Caitlin.
Hola! I
Hola.
am the owner, proprietor, and tentacle wrangler at CestCaitlin on Twitch, as well as on Twitter, wherever else really. You can find me in a lot of different places. I stream when my ancestors tell me to stream. It's much like adding garlic to a recipe. They'll let you know when to stop, and they let me know when to start. I did stream somewhat recently, and I finished a game, which is unusual for me. So here's I know, right? Here's to hoping I'll get streaming again, and in the next one will be a part 2 of the Monster Bakery, which is a love one. You get to date some monsters and there's baking. Anyway, you have to come and watch. It's a great time. And there's some voice acting because I'm Aveline Baker. I don't normally sound like this, but every now and then I like to zhuzh it up and see what happens.
Eileen.
Aveline Baker.
And speaking of voices, let's change mine back to normal. Hi, my name is Karsh. This is Goblin KTV. I've been playing Jack Hunt because pronunciation is fun. And yeah, just a little bit of payback for the GM here. I've been looking for all this time I was looking to who to raid. 90% of all the channels are like, oh, that looks great. They're playing Call of Duty. They're all Portuguese right now. So we're going to be raiding D&D, which is, we don't usually. We're going to be raiding another bad side quest. First time we've raided them, so share the love. If you're a member of the channel, our raid command is, we come to share the love. Our hearts are warm and fresh. With the goblin hearts. If you're not a member of the channel, don't worry about the goblin hearts. Just spam the first part. Say hello, share the love. Also, we do have our credits roll, and we do have the amazing audio, the jazz tune by Lorian Ross. He made that specifically for this show. I think it's amazing. Tomorrow we should be having the Extinction Curse with our circus group, the Circus of the Broken Chain, where we have a circus off, apparently. Our current circus has been challenged by their previous associates. Who?
So apparently there's a circus-based RPG that y'all are running, and the two people that have actively spent multiple years training in circus are not playing in this game.
Who's those two
By that
people?
I mean moi and Karsh.
I'm running it.
You're running it. Okay.
And MLP's done fire performing. And he's in it too.
MLP, you've done circus before?
I've done poi and staff.
Stuff. Oh, okay. fair
No,
enough.
staff, as in staff weapon.
Oh, staff.
Yeah,
I thought
just
you were like
staff.
playing stuff. Okay, fair enough. Cool.
Yeah. So that's on tomorrow. Come back for that. We're going to be, as I said, we're going to be raiding, so stick around, share the love. Thank you everybody for coming in. Thank you for the donations and the gift subscriptions. It does help us out. It may not be as obvious of helping us out as, say, a reroll, but those little pieces of luck, those little pieces of sanity are going to be used up throughout this entire campaign. And if people choose to do a tick instead of a sanity or so, that's also a massive thing. A tick is essentially when we do our level up, when they rarely happen, it means that you can actually possibly level up a skill which you may not have actually used before. So it's really hard to level up skills unless you use them. This is a tick for something you may not use until that. So it's a really important thing. But thank you, everybody. We're going to head off. I'm just going to move my overlays and everybody. So it's a bye for now, and see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.